We're here. We're ready to play. Welcome back, my viewers. Welcome. We are going to pick up where we left off last time. But welcome back, adventurers, to another episode of the Curse of Strahd with your cast here at Lakeside Legendz. First, we have imra'lyr Sardith, our Shadow Elf Ranger, played by Lore. Kinsley, our Furball Cleric, played by Blair. Me, also now called Mephisto, a Changeling Druid, played by Arthur. And Francisco Guadalupe del Valle, a Changeling Fighter, played by Trevor. And let's not forget about yours truly, your DM and Master Storyteller for this adventure, DM David. Yay! All right, on our last episode, our heroes, the Misfits, were sucked into the forsaken land of Barovia, a cursed place ruled by the devilish vampire known as Strahd. After finding themselves trapped here, our heroes ventured forth until they found the bleak village of Barovia. It was here that the Misfits had their first taste of this land's cruelty, as they met a mother who had lost her daughter to God's knows what, and then a family who had traded their young child for dream pastries, a euphoric treat that gives its user visions of happiness that is hardly afforded here in Barovia. Fortunately, our heroes were able to find one individual who seemed to be normal, a young man by the name of Ismark Kolyanovich. Sitting in a tavern called the Blood of the Vine Tavern, Ismark informed the Misfits of Barovia and its cursed land. He also offered them a place to stay in exchange for their assistance. Ismark needed the help of our heroes to escort his adopted sister Irina Kolyana to the town of Valeky, in hopes of taking her as far away from Strahd's castle as possible. As it were, the village of Barovia, where the siblings live, resides in Castle Ravenloft's shadow. For some reason, it appears the fiendish ruler of this land has set his sights on Irina, and Ismark is afraid for his sister's life. After agreeing to this mission, our adventurers also decided to help Ismark and Irina bury their recently deceased father, the burgomaster of the village, in the local graveyard behind the village's church. It is here that our hero's adventure truly begins. The burgomaster has been laid to rest in the light of Barovia's shadowed morning, and the road awaits before them as the Misfits and their new friends gather around the burgomaster's grave. That is where we are now. The sun is up. You guys have been outside in the morning light for a little while now. Donovic, the priest, is slowly making his way back inside, as he already said his farewells and gave his advice to Irina and Ismark. And now they're just waiting. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I suppose it's time to go.
Yeah, shall we continue?
Well, yeah, we could make our way out of town. There is only one road, really, that goes through all of Barovia. It's the old Svalik road. It will be the one we follow to get to Valeky. Do you need anything before we go? Or are you prepared in any ways that you need?
Is there a place that would sell, like, healing potions, or...
Oh, that's a good idea.
So, there's one store in town, as he might have something like that, but honestly, Bilgrath is not someone that I would try to buy anything from. He's the only merchant, and he charges way too much for everything, and he's not one to bother.
Well, is there any harm in, trying?
There's no harm in trying, I guess, but, just don't make him angry.
Oh.
Alright.
So you would say probably not to try and steal it.
You just don't want to get involved with his nephew, Periwinkle. I know it's a very strange name, but he is a huge, huge guy, and he does whatever his uncle wants, and he would rightly kill you instantly if his uncle asked.
Well, he would try. But Kinsley, if you want to attempt getting these potions,
I mean, I just want to see how much he would originally ask. I don't plan to try to barter necessarily.
well, we know how much a normal potion would usually cost. So, if we don't like it, we don't buy it.
That's what I was thinking.
Alright.
Okay.
Right.
Mephisto, are you alright? You've been very quiet. Are you okay with Mephisto? We still need to decide if that's the official name. We're still workshopping it. But, okay, that aside, we can save that for a time where we can actually sit down and discuss this. But, are you alright?
Yeah. I'm pretty fine right now, yeah.
Do you have an opinion on this potion thing?
Pretty curious about this guy.
Alright, let's go. Take us to him.
Real quick though. And I point to the priest guy. Do you happen to have a pot? There's like a pot for like plants.
So Donovic was already walking towards the back to the church, but if you want to run up and grab him before he gets in there,
I run up and grab him.
Yes, a pot. Let me see. He starts looking around him. I mean, we haven't had very much use for plants, as nothing really grows here in Barovia anymore. Give me 1 second. He goes into the church, and you guys kind of hear fumbling around and things moving and shifting. And finally he comes back and he's like, I did manage to find this little one. Does this do?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, so you got a little planter's pot that you can put something in if you would like.
All right.
How does me
For
look
now.
when he comes back?
When he comes back with the pot,
Yeah, how does he look?
he's like, he's kind of just got like a little bit of a grin on him. He's walking forward. You can tell that he's fast. He has a fascinating idea, that he wants to try out, but he's not quite sure how it's gonna turn out. So he's not real happy.
All right. Cool. So Irina and Ismark, they lead you guys into back into town. You guys head south. You walk past the Blood of the Vine Tavern, and he takes you back towards the direction in where you guys originally came when you entered. And he takes you to this shop, and you see that sparse light from this building spills out from behind drawn heavy curtains. A sign over the door, creaking on its hinges, reads Bildrath's Mercantile. You guys walk in, and you see that there are shelves kind of lining the walls everywhere, but in some places it's barren. It doesn't look like there's a lot of stuff here. There's some kind of weird odds and ends, and then you look behind the counter. You see actually a pretty big, stocky looking man. He's got a thick mustache and a big beard, pretty beefy. And he goes, welcome to Bildrath's Mercantile. That is me. I'm Bildrath. What can I do for you?
We heard that you might have some, health potions?
Potions. I might have a potion or two. Give me 1 second. You see he kind of like gets up from his stool and he haunches up his pants because they're kind of sagging. He's a big guy, but he's got a big pot belly. Kind of waddles back out from behind the counter, turns and walks into the back room. You see he walks back in, and he does have one potion in his hand, and he's like, "That'll be 500 gold pieces."
And what the kind of
Let's
potion
go.
is it?
It's a regular healing potion.
Let's
That's
go.
what you asked for.
Let's
Okay,
go.
no,
Goodbye.
yes, let's go.
Yeah, I take everybody out.
Fine, goodbye.
Goodbye.
You guys just walk out.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, can I
Okay.
take a look around and like,
Yeah,
see if there's
Everything's
anything?
going to be overpriced. If he's caught,
Right.
I kind of
But I wanna. I
like,
still wanna. Like, my curiosity is piqued.
Okay.
So I just
yeah.
wanna.
So
see
you
what's
look
around.
around. You don't have to roll. I mean, everything's
Okay.
pretty presentable, like right there. It's
That
not
would've
like
been
I
a
said.
21 anyway.
There's not a lot of stuff there, but what you guys do see is you see some holy symbols up on the walls, kind of crudely made. Some made out of wood, some made out of like steel or some like wrought iron. You see that he's got a couple packs up on the back. Some rope, bed rolls, pretty much your standard adventuring gear type stuff. He does have a few weapons here and there, some crossbows and some bolts. He's got like a barrel of spears in the corner, but nothing that really stands out.
I let Imra take me out.
real quick, I'd like to like inspect this guy and kind of like look him up and down, see if I can maybe figure something out about him.
Okay.
Like-
Give me an insight check. And what are you trying to figure out?
Mostly like maybe if he's like strong, or you know, like if he's threatening at all, really.
Okay. Yeah. Give me an insight check.
While we're outside,
That's 8.
While Imra and Francisco and Kinsley are outside, Francisco kind of stealthily turns part of his body to look like the big fat guy, and it's like, it's so much body.
Kinsley
So-
is trying not to laugh.
Are you a 2-year-old?
That was a very large man. How can you not be entertained by that?
You see Ismark and Irina were waiting outside for you guys, and as soon as you do that, they just bust up laughing. They're dying. But me, with a 8, you're not really sure. You can't really get a read on this guy. I mean, he looks just like kind of a big, pompous type of dude. Doesn't really take care of himself, but he is big. Like, he's got big arms. So you can't tell if he'd be, like, a danger or not to fight.
I'm really tempted to try something, but
Shouldn't have left him in there by himself.
alright, let's see if maybe I can. This is probably a terrible idea, but
Probably.
so where is he currently?
He's standing behind the counter watching you.
Alright.
He waddled back.
Just make sure if
there.
you're trying to cast a spell, you usually have to say something or move your hands so he may notice.
Somatic and verbal. Verbal is I have to actually speak something.
And
Yeah,
Somatic is hand
but you can
signs.
say stuff. You can say stuff under your breath too.
Yeah.
You might be able to work it into a conversation.
For sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and go up to the guy. I'm gonna say, do you have anything that could involve plants? Maybe something that is good at entangling and snaring my enemy in front of me and preventing them from moving. And with that,
You haven't been in Barovia long, have you, little one?
I cast entangle.
Okay,
So he has to make a
Is it a dex?
entangle a creature in the area you cast must succeed in a strength saving throw or be
Uh-oh.
restrained.
Oh no, it's a strength
That's a
one.
bad idea.
Okay.
Run me, run.
Well, okay. So as you catch him off guard as he's talking, he'll make a strength save.
Oh goodness.
He rolled a 3.
All right.
So, but as soon as you do, he bellows, "Periwinkle!" And you see out of the back comes a huge hulking guy.
How far away is Perry? Oh no, that's somatic is where you have to see them, right?
No, it's
It's a component, right?
no, it's hand signal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I just,
but
twist my
as
hand
soon
or
as
something.
you do that, he bellows periwimple, and from the back room out charges the biggest man you have ever seen. Huge. And he steps out and he's gonna chuck a spear at you.
Oh no.
Run, me, run.
Should not have left him in there. That was dumb. Why did we do that?
Does a 14 hit?
Yes, it does.
Oh dear.
How did I know that we were gonna end up having to fight this kid?
That does 9 damage to you.
9 damage. Okay.
And then he also has a shield in one hand, and he's gonna come up and bash you with it. Does a 10 hit?
that is my armor. Oh, wait, hold on.
I always
Wait,
have the thing on you.
What does it make my
13.
AC? 13. So what was his previous one?
14.
14.
14. Okay, yeah, no.
Did you say that you cast that on him for the day, though?
Well, previously I had said that I would cast it every morning on him.
Well, but you're gonna have to say you cast it.
Okay, well you don't have it then.
So your armor class is 10?
Yeah, because without the armor on.
Why isn't your armor on?
Because her
It's
spell
magical
do-
armor.
It's the
That's
magical
why
armor,
she
yeah.
has to say she
Cast
cast
it every
something
day.
on. That's 11 more damage.
Oh.
Yeah. So and are you a medium or small creature?
I think I would just be a
I think you're medium.
right?
Yeah. So give me a
Yeah.
strength saving throw.
Okay. Dang it.
This was the stupidest idea, dude.
All right, 17.
Oh, you save. Okay. So he comes running out of the back room. He tosses a spear at you. It hits you right in the shoulder, and he takes his shield, bashes you, and he rams you through the door out into the street. But you slide back like an anime pose, slide the whoosh, but you still got this big old spear out of your shoulder. Now you guys see as this guy stands back up. He's probably like almost 10 feet tall. Huge hulking guy.
Is he a
He
freaking
bellows.
Goliath?
I need everyone to roll initiative.
Ah, yeah.
Ah, are you kidding me?
Are we
Seriously,
dealing with
me?
a Goliath though?
I'm
Oh my
sorry.
gosh.
I had a
Oh, that
plan,
was
but I forgot.
bad.
I was hoping that Entangle would maybe encompass everywhere because it's 20 feet, but
Doesn't go through walls, dude.
All right, so what? Oh, give me 1 second.
He said, this guy has a nephew who will do whatever he says and fight for him and all this. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're gonna have to fight him. Someone's going
as-
to do something.
As you guys are out there, Ismark yells, "You idiots! What did I tell you not to do something? This is He grabs Irina and he books it behind some barrels and some crates and whatnot because he is not gonna have anything to do with this.
Some help you are.
So everyone roll me. What'd you get for your initiatives?
I got 16.
14
for me. 14 for Francisco. Spit got 12. Imra'lyr, what'd you get?
8.
8. And Kinsley?
15.
15. All right. Man, you guys are all so lucky. You rolled so much better than him. Me, you are up first.
Alright, I'm going to immediately cast down Moonbeam at third. Well, no, I'm not gonna do that third level. I'll do that second level.
Gonna kill someone in this place, really? Do we really think that's a good idea?
I was trying to,
Oh, wait.
animate character up on his arm, bit all like,
Never mind, that's
Guys.
concentration. Right? I don't know if the guy in the store actually is like useful or
Poor
not.
people.
You can give me a perception check if you'd like, me.
Alright. Where'd my... There it is. Ha! That's 10.
A 10. You see, looking through the window, because there is a window with a slight crack, like the blinds were closed, but you can kind of see through the crack, and you see that the guy does burst out of the entanglement that you put in there. So he's now free.
Okay. So I'm gonna yeah. So I'm gonna cast Moonbeam now at 3rd level.
Okay. What does he gotta do?
Sorry, 2nd level. Basically he needs to make a con saving throw, and it takes 2d10 radiant damage on a failed save.
Con save. He rolled an 8.
All right. Okay, yeah, no, it's not above a 13, so he fails. So
Okay.
he takes 2d10 damage.
Roll the damage.
All right, that's a 10. Okay, and then
So right now...
that's 11 damage.
Okay, so 11 damage. Right now, as he ran out, you are on the far side. You guys are kind of like in this, like block. You have buildings on both sides of the road. You got shoved and you slid all the way to the other side. So you're across the road, and everyone else is kind of like around this guy. So if we were doing flanking, you guys would kind of be on each side, and you guys would have something, but we're not doing flanking. But this guy, so the moonbeam comes down right in the center where all of you guys are. He blasts him for 11 damage. Kinsley, it is now your turn.
I didn't do it, I swear.
Making me waste my freaking spells. He needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom. Man, I'm rolling like crap. He got an 8.
Good. He cannot move. I cast
What?
Hold Person on him. He cannot move.
Old person.
Oh, man.
I look
Okay.
at me angry. Go. And I start walking away.
Mom vibe.
I start walking away. This is not right and this is not okay.
Oh, no. Okay,
You
so
got
Kinsley is pissed. This guy is just standing there frozen, and he's screaming as the moonbeam just keeps wailing on him. Francisco,
I turn to him. I sincerely apologize.
he's just
And I
screaming.
walked away.
Kill all of you!
Wait, so are we... Is initiative still going?
It's
Yeah,
still
of
going.
course.
Yeah, Francisco.
Just
you're
because
still
I
in
walked
combat.
away doesn't mean that, everyone else is going to follow suit.
Francisco,
But
what are
if
you
you
doing?
choose not to, sucks for you. I'm not healing you.
I pick up me and I start walking away.
Okay, is that your turn?
That is my whole turn. I pick up me and I start walking away.
I don't resist.
Actually, can I try and knock me out?
Yeah, I guess. So
You're gonna have to hit hard.
yeah, you're gonna have to bring him down to 0 hit points and just knock
dang.
him
I don't
out.
think
Like
I can
you
do
can-
that.
that's what you'd have to
Non-lethal.
do. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
5e
dang.
doesn't have non-lethal. I found out. It's really just knocking people out. So that's what they say. It's not non-lethal.
Okay, so knocking them out. Okay.
Yeah.
Language, whatever.
Well,
So,
I can't
if you
do
wanna do
enough
that-
damage in one turn. I'd have to use a lot of superiority dice.
Well, I don't know.
many
Me's
hit
been
points does
hit.
he have?
He's been hit for like what, 16, 17 damage already?
I'm at 13 HP.
You're at 13
He's
HP.
got like no HP,
Oh
dude.
shoot! Yeah. Okay.
I'm the squishiest
This
one
is
here.
why I'm walking away.
No. Okay. I turned to me. Okay, this is for your own good. This is
Probably gonna hurt you a lot more than it hurts him.
okay. So my first attack is a 17 to hit.
That'll hit his DC or your armor class, right? Yep.
Yup.
Okay.
Bad choices
Francisco's
made.
wailing on me.
Oh shoot! This is. I'm rolling the wrong dice.
Oh, good job.
Okay, so the first hit does 6 damage. It wasn't great.
All you need is
you just take
seven.
you take the butt of your sword and you just smack it across Me's head.
All right, and I'm going to take my second attack. Ooh, that was not great.
He only has a 10 armor class right now.
Well, I got a 9.
Oh, no!
So you try to go and hit me in the stomach, and he just kind of sidesteps.
I kick dirt in his direction like, you better come with us right now. We are leaving. And I just
You
walk
didn't
away
have to
with
hit
Kinsley.
me.
You're being a very bad boy. I feel really bad. Walk away.
Okay, it's now Spit's turn, and Spit's just like, what do I do? What do I do? Should I kill him? Should I kill him? He's got his little bow out. I'm gonna kill him. What do I do?
Bit, we're leaving. Let's go.
Oh no, we've lost Imra.
But, okay. Puts his thing away, and he starts walking away too.
We don't want to kill a villager here, guys.
imra'lyr, are you still there? Or I think we lost me
Yep.
and imra'lyr.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Well, it would be imra'lyr's turn next, but since she is MIA at the moment, we will go to the gladiator and try to get back. You cast Hold Person. When does that end? Can they try to break out? What does it say?
It's target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration. At the end of each of its turns, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. On a success, the spell ends. Otherwise,
Okay.
it lasts for a minute.
Okay, so he's going to try to make another wisdom saving throw to try to break out of it. He does not have great wisdom.
That's why I chose that one.
14?
Nope. It's a 15.
Oh no, so he is still stuck and he is still there. He is screaming.
Boom.
Since it is his turn, I believe he takes damage from Moonbeam again.
Hello.
Let me double check.
Apologies. The internet has been having issues since yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
It's
not
kind of
good.
like frustrating.
Yeah.
So imra'lyr, it was your turn, but we skipped to the gladiator. He's trying to break out. He failed. Because it's still his turn, though, I believe that he takes damage when he starts his turn in the field of radiant damage.
Yeah, if he fails a con save.
Oh, okay, so he'll make a con save to try to, what,
Yes.
end Moonbeam?
Wait, no, wait. Hold on. Yeah. At the beginning of their turn, they will make a con save every time.
On each of your turns after the you cast the spell,
Right.
you can use an action to move Moonbeam.
When a creature enters this spell's area for the first time, or on a turn, or starts their turn there, it is engulfed in flames. Must make a con save throw.
Okay, so it'll make another con save, and if it fails, it does more damage because he can't move. So
Yeah.
he's still stuck by hold person. So let's see if he can break. 17.
17 passes.
Okay, so it'll only do
Does it
half
do-
damage.
Yeah,
I
half.
believe.
So
So go
2d10
ahead and
again.
roll your damage.
14.
So 7.
So 7, yeah.
Okay. imra'lyr, your turn.
Okay, so who is currently like free, ungrappled, or
So-
like?
The gladiator was the only one that was. Me looked inside and saw the shopkeeper had broken out of the vines, but he did not come out of the shop.
He assumes
Okay.
that his boy is gonna...
Right.
Take care
Okay,
of
so
him.
I'm going to turn to Big Boy, and I'm going to say, "What do you call a dinosaur that is sleeping?"
He's just yelling.
I don't know. A dinosaur, and I cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter. You have to make a Wisdom save of 13.
You guys are just like messing with this guy now. Wisdom save, you said?
Of 13, yeah.
Oh, he got a nat 1.
Oh, he's
He
laughing.
is prone and he is dying in laughter.
Can he
Oh my
fall
gosh.
prone when he's
I don't know, but
paralyzed?
he's like,
Well, hold person. So I'm gonna like, you know how like in the first Harry Potter movie when they cast
with
Petrificus
Neville.
Totalis, it would so he's just like.
but
And then he
he's
falls
laughing his
forward.
brains. He's now
Falls
laughing
on
his
his
brains
face.
out.
So he's laughing. He's held and he's stuck in this moonbeam. You guys are just demolishing this guy.
Oh, he
Mia.
also takes, wait, no, never mind.
No damage,
Think-
just prone.
Yeah,
damage,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
prone.
Okay, me, it is
That
your
was the
turn
other one.
again.
All right. So.
I grab Spit's hand and I follow the others.
Spit
Okay.
decided
Just
to
gonna-
walk.
So
Just
the
for to
on-
buy more time.
So the only one that's still there is me at the moment. Oh, I guess
So-
in Francisco, because you tried to knock me out.
No,
Well, I
he
started
walked
walking
away.
away.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
they're all walking away, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're
All right.
leaving.
We're
so
leaving
they're
you.
they're not facing me, right?
No.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk up to this prone, paralyzed person in Moonbeam, and I'm gonna calmly pull out my cockatrice beak, and I'm just gonna lightly jab him in the shoulder.
Oh my gosh, that's so terrible!
What is Mia's alignment, yo?
We all had questions from the beginning about Mia's alignment.
Oh my god.
From the beginning, I had questions.
Yes, I agree, but I thought he was getting better.
Well,
Okay.
there's people who slide back.
Okay, so go ahead and make an attack roll to see if you actually hit him with it.
I mean,
Do-
he's paralyzed
He's
and
paralyzed.
prone,
So do
you
it
get
with
advantage.
do it with advantage, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no pluses to the beak or anything, so it's
Actually, it is.
Be like an
Oh.
It's a well, no. I'm gonna give him the plus from the cockatrice because it is. So
Okay.
it's +3.
okay. So the 12 hit.
No, it doesn't.
I rolled an 8 the first time and then a 9.
So you walk over to him and you're like, you try to get him, but you realize that the moonbeam is like kind of in the way. You can't get to him, or else you would start your turn in the moonbeam and you'd hurt yourself. You'd get your own damage. So you kind of like try to get it, but you can't quite, and you miss him.
I mean, you should probably, drop that moonbeam anyway and not kill him.
It is now Kinsley's turn. He's still walking away.
I'm walking. I'm
And
not
I-
looking back. I am walking.
Francisco.
I'm walking.
Okay, Spit is with imra'lyr. Imra'lyr, what are you doing?
Walking away.
Okay, it is now this gladiator's turn. He's gonna try to.
Wait, I
break-
still have movement though, right?
Oh yeah, you
you-
have movement. Do you
Yeah.
want to try to run away?
Yeah, I was gonna be like, well, I can't get him, so I'm gonna leave it up and just run.
Okay.
You were gonna leave moonbeam up?
Oh my
my
gosh, you guys
gosh.
are terrible.
No,
Uh,
I am not terrible.
Hold up.
This child
All
is
of you guys are
terrible.
guilty because you have now left this man frozen and pinned
I
and
tried to
held
knock
and
me
laughing.
out. I tried to
Francisco and Spit are the only ones that are clear of this.
My Tasha Sidious laughter. He does get to save at each turn, and each time that he takes, I think
Damage?
is either damage or is attacked one. And every time he takes damage, he can make another wisdom save.
You guys are terrible. Okay, since there's so many things on him, I'm not going to roll to try to break out of everything. I'm going to say you guys can totally get away at this point, but I'm
Okay.
going to make 3 rolls for him. If each time, it's going to be, essentially he's going to be make death saving throws. If he passes, then I'm going to say he's alive and he made it out. But if he fails, I'm going to say you guys brutally murdered this guy as he laughed and died in Moonbeam because he couldn't get out. First
We
roll.
don't know that.
Oh, I'm
Me
letting
is
you know
being
because
dumb.
I am
Our
telling you
characters
guys.
don't know that me is being
You
a
don't-
troublemaker.
No, your characters don't know anything about this guy, whether he lives or dies. But you're gonna know.
I don't know if any of us feel bad about
I
it. though.
mean, it only lasts a minute.
That's true. Our spells only last a minute.
Okay. Well, regardless, eventually you guys see in the like way behind you, you see the moonbeam dissipate, and you can assume that you didn't brutally murder this poor man that was just protecting his uncle's store from you villainous
Hey.
thieves.
I just did hold person so he wouldn't kill us or come
Alright.
after us.
And I backed her up with Tasha's hideous laughter.
That's how we do.
That's how we do.
So we do it in the hood.
We hold you in place,
Terrible.
make you laugh, and walk away.
And I just set them on fire.
You guys, I can't believe you guys. Okay.
It's a good thing
so-
we're not adventurers in real life.
Oh, I know. It's terrible. So eventually, you guys see coming around the block. You see Ismark and Irina, and they run over to you, and they're like, "You guys, that was ridiculous. What? Oh my goodness." should we trust you guys? Should we go find different adventures? This is, I mean, I'm glad to
want.
see. I'm glad to see.
Mira,
If you
Mira,
want to.
you can trust me, and you can trust the goblin, and you can trust Kinsley. I don't know if you can trust me, or you can maybe not trust Imra. I don't know.
Well, at least I know you guys can take care of yourselves. That I guess is the biggest thing. Goodness me. Oh.
You're never leaving me in a shop alone again.
Should we get a leash for him? I don't know, some kind of rope, a bell,
Maybe.
something?
That might be a
Bell.
good idea. Me? Why? Why?
What were you trying to do?
I really
what
wanted
did you
to get.
do?
I just really wanted to get that health potion for you guys.
But now you have taken more damage than that health potion would have helped us. You are more hurt than what the health potion could have done for you.
Well, I think some of that is your fault.
What, me? Nah.
You hit him!
That is true. I
was
have this
trying to stop
very,
him from hurting a poor
very
man,
painful
okay?
bruise.
Look, we are all messed up. Me, the thought was nice, but not necessary. That was a lot of for a health potion that's
Unnecessary.
When you guys have a party full of people that can do crowd control, that's ridiculous. No wonder you guys were able to bring down a green dragon before.
I didn't even use any of my spells on him.
I don't have
did.
spells.
But Fenris would be really proud of that one.
So I guess maybe we should get going then.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Let us leave this place.
Okay, so you guys head west to the edge of the village of Barovia. You start making your way through the path. You guys see that as you walk out of town, there's a huge forest to your right, and it kind of further, to the north and further away to the south. You see some trees too, but it's beyond the side of a river. And as you guys are walking, you see that the river flows as clear as a blue winter sky through the valley, and Ismark is kind of telling you about the area, and he's like, yes, this is the River Evelis. It's a beautiful river. It leads kind of all through Barovia and goes towards Mount Kakis. We used to come down here and fish as a child. I mean, there's not a lot of animals to actually get, and the fish are kind of small, but it's a beautiful little river to go to. It's not very big. It's only about 5 to 10 feet deep in places, but one of the small things that we can appreciate about Barovia is the wilderness. Yes, there's fog all the time, but the trees are nice and the river is nice. You just have to be careful and stay on the road. Me and Irene have never really left the town before, but from the adventurers we have talked to before you, and the people who come to the town to deliver wine, like from the Wizard of Wines, the place that makes the local wine, he comes all the time. Haven't seen him lately though.
When did we hop on a tour guide?
He just goes on and on. Eventually,
It's a tour guide that's never actually been to any of the places. He just read about all of them.
I live here, but I've never been to anything.
Right. So eventually, you guys do make it to the river. The road meets the river, and you see this beautifully built stone bridge. It looks kind of oldish and decrepit, but in kind of a cool, like, Gothic style. You guys go over the river, continue southwest. You eventually walk into the woods. You have trees on both sides. And eventually you guys make it to a crossroads. At this crossroads, you see an old wooden gallows creaks in a chill wind that blows down from the high ground to the west. A frayed length of rope dances from its beam. The well-worn road splits here, and a signpost opposite the gallows points off in 3 directions. Barovia Village to the east where you came from, Serre Pool to the northwest, and Ravenloft/Valeki to the southwest. You see that the road leading to the southwest, where it says Ravenloft and Valeki, goes up. It's a steep incline. Looks like it kind of curves around the mountain. And you see that the road going towards the Serre Pools is a little downwards. It's going back towards the river. And across from the gallows, you see a low wall crumbling in places, partially enclosing a small plot of graves shrouded in fog.
Can I take a look at those graves and
Yeah, I would like to as
see,
well.
like, I don't know, see if I find anything interesting that stands out to me.
Yeah. So Francisco takes a step forward, kind of walks past the big gallows. You don't see anything there, just like a frayed rope. You walk past towards the crumbled wall and look over the top. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Mean to me earlier. So, perception. No, you weren't very nice either. That is a 6.
Okay. So you kind of look around and you see like 10 or 12 gravestones. Nothing really interesting.
I also would like to take a look.
Okay. Kinsley goes and joins Francisco. Takes a look to see what she can see.
14.
14. So you look around, and as you're looking at the graves, you see all of a sudden a hand starts to come up. And you look to the other graves and
What's going on over there? Find anything interesting?
Hands? Lots of hands.
I don't see any hand. I
Hand?
think you're crazy.
you guys see
Look at
that
that.
climbing out of these graves comes 12 zombies. They
Okay.
burst
Who
out.
triggered the zombie trap?
I was just looking.
I mean, are they fast zombies?
They come crawling out. Well, I mean, they're zombies.
shoot
They're
one.
not super fast.
So-
Okay,
so-
everyone roll initiative.
I mean, could we just
Again.
walk past them?
I mean, you
Oh my
could.
gosh.
I got a nat 1!
I can't roll.
Make sure you add your initiative bonus.
I have +0, so here's a nat 1.
That sucks, my dude.
I guess I'm going last.
Mine
I got a
wasn't very
4.
good either.
Ooh.
Pretty good.
Me got a 1. Francisco got a 4. imra'lyr, what'd you get?
6.
A 6. Kinsley, what'd you get?
19.
Somebody.
Well, it seems that I
Good,
might
it should
actually
be-
not outrun a zombie.
So what I'm gonna do is I am going to. Oh, I guess it automatically did this. So there are 12 zombies. They are going to attack in clumps of 3. So there will be 4 groups of zombies. Kinsley, you are up first, believe it or not.
Yeah, that might not matter. Are they within 30 feet of me, all of them?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they're all CR rating 1/4.
Well, make them make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so I'm gonna do it for wait, how many groups? 1, 2. It's 4 groups, so I'll make
Okay.
4 wisdom saving
That's
throws.
fine.
Oh my gosh! Not my zombies! I forgot.
You can't come up against me with the dead
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Okay, one. You said wisdom.
Wisdom.
The
A
first group got a
15.
17.
Okay, so they're fine.
Second group got it's -2 to their wisdom, so he got a 13. That one failed. And that one failed. So 3 groups
They're
failed.
dead.
All 3. Nah. What? Okay, for those at home, tell them what ridiculous spell you're using.
It is not a spell, it is a cleric ability. I have Turn Undead, which usually would only make the zombies run, or undead run away and just try to stay away from me. They don't even take any damage when I do this, but because I'm a high enough level, the turn undead becomes a destroy undead. So those that fail that are lower than CR rating, I'm not sure what it is now since I leveled up.
I think it's 1/2.
Is it 1/2?
It's either 1/2 or 1/4.
It says it. Destroy undead. Yeah, 1/2. So if they're 1/2 or lower, they're just dead. So it's great.
Guys, it's not fair. I tell you, it's not fair.
Well, cleric.
I guess not.
Everybody needs a cleric.
Okay,
I
well,
guess we don't really need to outrun them.
Curse of Strahd.
so you destroyed 9 zombies.
Woo!
But the other 3 are going to run up and try to attack
Hold on, let me make sure, because I have bonus actions. I got
you. Oh,
bonus
well, what do you want to do
actions.
for your bonus action?
Bonus action. I don't know if I really want to waste a spiritual weapon. So, am I in dim? No, I don't need to use that. I don't think.
Are you with the melee?
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe not.
There was an action to do that.
Yes.
You know, I used to be at 12 HP, but
I
now I'm
mean,
at 7 because of fences.
Am I in dim light?
Yeah, you're in dim light. I mean, it's day, but it's never really bright. here.
Right.
Like Oregon overcast?
Yeah, it's like overcast and cloudy, and then
Okay.
foggy. I mean,
Okay. Well, I don't think I'll use this. I don't. I mean, not that it goes away ever, but I don't think I need to use it. So that will be all.
okay. All right, then 3 zombies are gonna run up to you and try to slam ya.
That's fine.
Okay. Does a 16 hit? Okay, so none of them hit. They all run up and try
You
to
have
get
to try
you.
to hit me with a 20.
20. Oh, yeah, I see.
That's because of the staff.
Okay,
the
so
staff?
so they all
Staff gives
kind
me
of.
some too.
One of them's crawling on the ground, and the other ones are climbing over the wall trying to get to you. And you just kind of
Walking
easily step out of the way. Stupid zombies. And then all of a sudden you see Spit, and he's like, I'm gonna kill him! Ah! And he pulls out.
Yes!
You can kill these ones, Spit. It's fine.
Okay, so he uses his bow, and Spit has 2 attacks, so he is going to shoot his bow. The first one, he gets a 19 to hit, and then he gets a 15 to hit, and these guys only have an AC of 8, so he hits both times.
Yeah.
All right, so
Go Spit.
6 plus 6 for all of it.
Mighty boy.
So he does 12 damage to one of them, which doesn't kill it, believe it or not. And it is now imra'lyr's turn.
How far away are they from me?
Probably like 30 feet, 40 feet, not that far.
Okay, I'm just gonna use my bow. I'm going to shoot at them.
Okay, which one do you want to hit? There's 3 of them. There's 1 that's been hit and 2 that have not been.
Let's hit the one that's been hit.
Okay,
That's a 13 plus 8.
that definitely hits.
How much damage did the one take? It was 12, you said?
12, correct, yep.
Okay. Alright, so then... That's another 6 damage.
6 damage, okay.
Still alive.
Still standing.
I'm gonna shoot it again.
Okay.
16 to hit.
Definitely hits.
I'm going to put Planar Warrior into this for an extra d8. That is 12.
You destroy this guy. You pull back with your second bow, and you take a mean stance and shoot it, and you see that it goes right past. He was turning his head, and it ends up going right through his nose, and it spins the head around, and it flies off.
Nice. And because Planar Warrior does force damage,
It explodes outward.
like a sonic boom, but not as powerful.
All right, Francisco, it is now your turn. You are right in front of this. You just got zombie guts splown all over you as imra'lyr's
Sorry.
force exploded. Kinsley, you got it too. You're both covered in zombie guts right now.
Ew.
My bad.
All right, what are you doing, Francisco?
I am going to take my long sword and I'm gonna just start slashing at these guys. I'm
Okay.
gonna
Go for it.
just start swinging away. It's a 15 to hit on my first attack.
Definitely hits.
Okay. That's gonna be 5 damage. Not amazing. I'm gonna take my second attack now.
Okay.
That's a nat 1.
Ugh. So
I rolled horribly. That was bad.
you are swinging on a zombie that's on the other side of this wall, and you keep swinging. The first time you hit him, it chops off an arm, and then you go to swing again. But go ahead and give me a dex saving throw.
You slip on the zombie guts!
Oh, no.
Step in one of their bodies.
Oh, what is that? Oh, that is not great. That's a dex saving throw? Saving? Oh boy. That's a 6, my dude.
Ugh, okay, so you go to swing on this zombie, and he kind of moved out of the way at the last second. You swung so hard that you end up flipping over the wall, and you land prone on your back on the other side.
Oh no!
That's what you get for rolling a nat 1.
That hurt very much. I do not.
I think
I'm good, guys. Estoy bien. Oh, my hips don't lie.
It is now me's turn.
Okay, I have a question about Lightbringer.
Yes.
Is it an action to make it glow?
Let me see.
Because it doesn't say, it just says when the wielder commands it.
Then, if it doesn't say it takes an action, then it does not take an action.
Okay, so I'm going to command it to light, and I'm going to just kind of walk up to the undead, and I'm going to thwack them.
Okay. Let's see. It deals an extra 1d6 radiant damage to undead creatures. So.
How does the sword look like? What does it look like when he turns it on? Is it like Hiccup's sword from?
Well, Lightbringer
it's
is
a
a
mace.
mace.
It's a maze. Okay, so how does it light up? I'm curious. How does
So
it
me,
look?
how do you light it up?
All right. So I like hold it to the sky or whatever, and kind of like moonbeam, but like reverse. Instead of it coming down, it goes up around me into like a small little beam of light or whatever, and sun rays kind of like burst out of it, and it becomes almost like a little sun or like a little star on the mace.
Yeah, you see me holds up the mace, a big light shoots up around him, and it all starts spinning, and it collects into the head of the mace and starts dazzling outward. You see the zombies are kind of like turning like, because it's so bright and brilliant. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Bonk.
Bonk. Bonk.
The energy is real.
They just explode from a simple bonk on the head.
That's a dirty 20.
Nice, definitely
Yeah.
hits. So go ahead and do your damage, and do an extra 1d6 of radiant damage.
That's 8 total.
8.
So it's 6 radiant and then 2 normal.
Okay.
Or I rolled a 2 for normal damage, then radiant 6.
Okay. So
Does it get a
8
plus
total.
anything?
Yeah, 8 total.
Yeah. It's a +1 weapon, so he'll get a +1 to hit.
Oh yeah,
That
it's
was
a
+1
plus
damage
3
too.
because I'm proficient with it, I believe.
Right.
Right? Yes.
And it would automatically add the plus whatever.
It
so
will,
it's not-
yeah. As long as you're
So-
wielding it on D&D Beyond, it'll give you
Yeah.
all the pluses.
That's why I got a dirty 20 because it was 17 plus 3.
Okay. So it is now Kinsley's turn again.
How many are still up?
At the moment, there are 2 up, and one of them is pretty badly hurt.
The one that has been hurt. I don't know. Are they within 5 feet of me, both of them, or
Yeah, they're right next to you.
Constitution saving throw for both?
Okay. One got a nat 1,
Cool.
and one got a 12.
Both fail.
Yay!
8 radiant damage.
Okay.
It's my word of radiance.
They are both still standing,
Okay.
but one of them is terribly hurt.
Yeah. I don't have much in the way of bonus actions. I don't super need to use them. So that's my turn.
Okay, so Spit pulls out another 2 arrows and he's like, I got this, you guys can take a break.
I back up and I
him.
just
Well,
chill
well.
out.
I
All
might
right.
just
By
stay
all
here on the
means.
ground. Yes.
All right.
Oh,
By all means.
Spit got a crit.
Spit crit.
Spit crit.
We need to have a little spit emoji or sticker that we can put
I
in the chat.
know.
Spit
That
crit
would be
is the new
so-
rock.
So with his crit, he only got a 7, but he got 7 on the one that still has. And then with his regular attack roll, he hit, but it only has 1 damage left, so he kills it. There is 1 zombie left, and it is imra'lyr's turn.
I'm gonna shoot it. 16.
That hits.
I'm going to my attack. We'll see. That is 6 damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit it again.
Okay.
Oh no. 11.
Still hits.
Oh, okay.
These are zombies. They have, like, literally no armor.
Planar warrior.
So, all the damage.
15 points of damage.
So much overkill. It had 1 HP left.
Yeah.
Well, I don't lose any planar warriors. It's just a bonus action for me. So.
Okay, so this one explodes as well, getting Francisco and Kinsley covered again. Just
I made the train,
covered.
you guys.
This is fine. This is fine. This is okay. I'm fine.
It's raining guts.
I go and help
Hallelujah.
Francisco out.
It's raining
Thank
guts.
you. Thank you, Kinsley. Thank you. The
Yeah.
little...
No problem.
It got in my mouth a little bit. Give me a
Yes.
second.
Because you're right there.
Oh.
How's it? How's
Anybody
it
have a
taste?
rag?
How does it taste?
It
You
tastes
don't need to
like
answer that.
dirt and mold and, well... it
Rotting
makes me want
flesh?
rotting flesh. Like, have you ever eaten bad meat? It's kind of like that taste.
Try not to.
me try.
Oh no,
Yeah, no, that's not the
DM,
greatest
what
taste.
can
That does not taste like rotting flesh. That tastes like, I don't know. I won't even eat that.
I
probably
go,
shouldn't
We
just
found
put
something
things in
that's
your
fit for
mouth.
meat.
I go ahead and I pick up some like dirt and put it in my little plant jar, and I pick up some of the gross
that'd be
matter, and I put that and kind of try to mix it with my finger in the dirt. And
fertilizer.
then and then can I see if I can find any like plants of whatever may be around nearby?
Yeah, I mean, you're in like the foresty area, so you see there are a lot of dead trees around you and a lot of evergreen trees. You do see that like the one tree that does seem to thrive here that actually maintains stuff is evergreens. So some like Douglas and fir. But go ahead and give me a nature check to see if you can find something more.
What's the guy's name that we're
Why are
traveling
you
with?
being so mean to me?
What are
Dice?
you looking for?
Easemark is
I got a 5. I'm looking for plants. I mean, they could.
What kind of
just,
plants? Forests are now one of my favorite terrains
Nice.
Ooh.
since we leveled.
I mean, if there's like maybe thorns, like briars, or maybe just flowers
I
in general.
Give a look.
Yeah, go ahead and give a lurk, and since it's part of one of your favorite terrains, make sure you do it with advantage.
Yeah. Okay. Am I doing? Is it a nature?
Yeah, nature check. Go ahead and do it with advantage, though, because it is your favorite terrain.
Right.
Eastmark,
12.
can you tell us a little something about these?
So, with a 12, you don't really find anything either.
Sorry,
unfortunately.
me. I don't think this place has very. What's the word?
With the vegetation.
It's not. I don't think things grow in this place
Can
unless they're sturdy.
I try to do what I did earlier and try to druid craft anything at all?
Yes, but 1 second. Let's go back to Kinsley. So Ismark turns to you and he's, well, I've never really left the village. So I mean, I've been down to the river and back, but I've never traveled this far. We never went over the bridge, so I don't know this area very well. I mean, I have heard that. I've heard of the Tser pools. I've heard it's very beautiful down there. Some of the travelers have come in. Some of the Vistani have come into town and talked about it. But other than that, I don't know this area.
And no one's come into town and spoke of zombies?
Well, I mean, lots of people talk about the terrible
Well.
things that we've seen. Zombies come into towns. I mean, it's usually at night, though. It's not usually during the day. I don't know if there's different things going on out here in on the roads, but usually in town, nothing comes during the day. You're usually pretty good during the day. But that's all.
DM, can I look around and see if I can tell what triggers the undead popping up?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception, or let me think. Give me an intelligence check, and then go ahead and give me either a nature or arcana check to see if you can grow the vines again.
Real quick, I did take undead as my second favorite enemy.
Nice.
Okay.
Get advantage?
As your second favorite enemy, what does it say about all this favorite stuff?
Okay. I don't know if it only apply. I was reading it here, but I wanted to see. You have advantage on survival checks to track your favorite enemies, as well on intelligence checks to recall information about them. You can also learn one language, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, so I said give me an intelligence check, so go ahead and you do it with advantage. And then
Okay.
you can do your arcana or nature check.
Because, let's see. Alright, let's see. So I'm going to do it with Arcana, because that's
Okay,
plus
so,
4 instead of plus
yeah,
1, so that's...
Do your arcana, and because you are a druid, go ahead and do it with advantage.
Okay. I rolled an 8, then a 7, so that's 12.
12.
Is that enough to create something?
So you start to mix the dirt and the zombie flesh and other things in there, and you see that a little type finger looking thing does poke out, and it just kind of wiggles a little.
Right.
Rolling
Using your like arcana and knowing, like, you can tell that this is a plant-based thing.
Alright, and now I'm going to go ahead and cast Plant Growth. However, I'm going to use the second option to where over 8 hours, if I cast it for over 8 hours, whatever plant I'm casting it on will become enriched, and basically
I think you have to sit down and actually concentrate
yeah,
on it
you
for
have
8
to-
that's
hours.
why I have it in a pot, though.
So you can walk
So
and do
that
it
so I
at the
can
same
walk
time.
and be mobile.
I mean, as
while
long as you
doing
don't
it.
do anything else for 8 hours, I'll let you
Yeah,
do
good
that.
luck with that.
Unless you just want to hold on to the pot and cast it, like, maybe
Yeah.
later in the evening or in the morning or something.
It's gonna grow.
'Cause, like-
plant person.
I know,
Because it
right?
says if you
Plant
cast it
zombie.
over 8 hours, you enrich the land and becomes enriched for 1 year.
So you wouldn't be enriching the land at that point. You'd be
Yeah, I would
enriching
just
the one thing
Yeah,
in the
that's
pot.
that's what I'm going for. But it doesn't say that it has to be consistently 8 hours. It just says
It's
over 8
always
hours.
it's
Yeah,
always
it's always
a
a
consistent.
consistently.
It's
Okay.
always
Well, for now I'm just gonna do it to keep it alive.
Yeah, I mean, if you just want to be able to keep it alive, I'll allow you to here and there periodically, like, use like your magical ability to make sure it doesn't shrivel up and die, like the vines did before. Yeah, I'll allow that.
All right.
And imra'lyr, what did you get on your intelligence check?
17.
17. Okay. So looking around, you can see that not only did they come up out of the ground, but you can see that the soil is like loose. Like maybe they come up periodically more often than not. So maybe these zombies just kind of like were here in waiting, and they attack people that come through the road. So
rude.
they lie in wait. Yeah, there's nothing
Wow.
that triggered these ones to come to life. They have been alive. This was where they were resting.
So this is like a zombie, what's the word? Ambush. And you walked into it. That's all that happened.
There you go.
They were lying in wait and ready to attack. Shall we proceed?
Yes.
Yes.
But which way? There's
Oh,
two
well,
roads.
don't you? We are taking you to where? Don't you know the way? We had the map.
No, I've never left. I mean, we can look at the map. Would you like to look at the map?
Yes, who has the map?
Yeah, look at the map.
I would
Yeah.
generally remember where we're going and which way to take.
Yes.
I
yeah,
Suddenly
but
remember maps.
it's better to open the map so that people can see it.
Visualize it, you know.
Let's see. Share screen.
I got a weird plant, guys. Kind of
Yes,
like
I
it.
noticed. I'm a little concerned about it, but okay.
So
Maybe
whoever had the
then-
map, probably Kinsley, because she has the bag. She pulls it out and holds it up open so everyone can see. And you can see
Alright.
that.
Where are we?
Ismark points right here. We are here in this crossroad. It looks like that the road that goes down to the Serre Pool is down here. It looks like maybe a shorter way. And then the way that goes to Valekia and Ravenloft, which we really want to stay away from Ravenloft Castle, is this way, towards up the hill and around the mountain. I, for one, would like to maybe take the shortest way, which looks like going past this Serre Pools.
What are those? Is that the site? Is that the village? What is that there?
It looks like it could be. I don't know. I don't know of anything in this area.
You are useless. All right.
I'm sorry. I told you I've never left the village before.
Yes,
Shorter, shorter feels, for whatever reason, like it could be more dangerous.
Yes, but it is shorter and we are capable.
We can hold our own.
I have heard. Like I said before, I have heard of the Serre Pools, and people that have come to town have said that it is a beautiful place. So I imagine it's probably more traveled than the other road, and plus
Right,
it's
people
near
would
the river.
prefer not to take the long way.
Yeah.
All right. I mean-
it's okay.
Be totally prepared for any terrible things to happen, but sure.
Just keep an eye out.
Yeah, gee.
So you guys decide to go in that direction.
It's never a good idea to take the shorter route.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, adventure.
So you guys head down the road as it slopes gradually downwards back towards the river. You see that the road gradually disappears and is replaced by a twisted, muddy path through the trees. Deep ruts in the earth are evidence of the comings and goings of wagons. The canopy of mist and branches suddenly gives way to black clouds boiling far above. There's a clearing here next to the river that widens to form a small lake several hundred feet across. 5 colorful round tents, each 10 feet in diameter, are pitched outside a ring of 4 barrel-topped wagons. A much larger tent stands near the shore of the lake. Behind it sits a very familiar purple Vardo-style wagon. It's sagging, the tent's sagging form lit from within. Near this tent, 8 unbridled horses drink from the river. The mournful strains of an accordion clash with the singing of several brightly clad figures around a bonfire. A footpath continues beyond this encampment, meandering north between the river and the forest's edge. So,
I walk towards that familiar wagon.
I
So,
take a
me
step
too.
away from it.
So as you start walking, it's actually in like the center of this camp, and as you're walking through, you see that these men and women who are in really bright, nice colored clothing come over and like, hello,
Where is
can
the
we
old
do for-"
woman?
Who do you mean?
The old woman who lives in that wagon.
You're looking for
thing.
the fortune teller.
Ah, Madame Eva. Wait a minute. Are you the new adventurers?
She's done this before.
I already hate all of you.
She has told us you would be coming. Yes, go ahead. I mean, you can go see her. You can come and drink and be merry with us. It's
Wait.
we have
What are you so chipper about?
life. It's beautiful. We have plenty to drink, plenty to eat. We
How
can
many times has she coerced a bunch of adventurers to this place?
Well, it's not just her. I mean, people come and go. People come, they don't go. It's just, that's how life is here in Barovia.
Hate to interrupt, but we are buffering on and off on Twitch.
Buffering.
It's not doing that on my phone.
Huh.
Okay, then maybe it's just my Twitch. I don't know.
Mine looks fine.
Okay.
We'll keep going.
Ignore it.
So he just kind of looks all chipper. He does look. Make a perception check.
Me?
Yeah,
Can
and
I-
do it with advantage because you're right in front of him.
Okay.
Can I insight him
Yeah, go ahead.
and see, like, what his intentions, I don't know, generally, maybe?
You said what? Insight?
Perception.
Perception. 13.
That's more than enough. You can tell this guy's pretty drunk.
Great.
I got a 19 on my insight.
Insight? I mean, he doesn't seem. These people just seem happy. They don't necessarily seem dangerous. Looking around, you see that everyone's drinking. And there's lots of lively music. And people here seem generally happy. Looking around at Ismark and Irina, though, they seem a little uncomfortable.
I lean over to Ismark. Have you seen people like this before?
Yes, these are the Vistani. They are people who you could say work for the Devil's Strahd. Not in a terrible way, but they don't go and kill people. But
No, they just bring people here and drop them and march over to the wagon.
Okay. The other guy goes, okay, yeah, she's expecting you actually, so go ahead. When you're done, come drink.
I don't drink.
I don't drink anymore.
Me here's drinking is like,
I am pulling me along with us.
Tie a rope around them.
But it's so close.
In serio, I don't trust them.
You saw what I did to that large man. I will do it to you too.
So you
Always
guys,
Yes,
put them in
ma'am.
the bag of holding.
Suffocation!
I mean, I am pretty curious about what it's like in there.
Me, you would die.
so
After a couple of minutes.
So that's happened a few times.
So you guys walk towards this big circus-like tent, and you see that magical flames cast a reddish glow over the interior of this tent, revealing a low table covered in a black velvet cloth. Glints of light seem to flash from a crystal ball on the table as a hunched figure peers into its depths. As the crone speaks, her voice crackles like dry weeds. At last, you've arrived. Cackling laughter bursts like mad lightning from her withered lips. My adventures, my adventures.
I smack her.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
She's an old lady!
I don't care. If I'm just smacking her, I'm never good at these.
Either that,
Unarmed strike, right?
Yeah.
just be an unarmed strike, I guess.
Yeah. So it's only an 8.
Okay, yeah. So as soon as you do, she kind of moves her head. Hold on.
Why did you bring us here if you're working for that vampire?
You see, she kind of sits there for a moment and looks at each of you, and she goes, imra'lyr. We are on the same path together. I need help. This land needs help. And I brought you here hoping that you could be of assistance. You all proved yourself very, very capable in the Waveko Caves. And your lives leading up to that point have been interesting. It's
Interesting.
It's a perfect mismatch of adventurers that can hopefully free our land of Barovia. Before this crew in front of me was brought here, I had not seen a group that I had faith in.
Can I insight
There's-
check her?
Go ahead, make an insight check.
Bet you tell that to every group of adventurers that you bring.
Why?
here.
No! I don't. I do not lie.
That's an 8. I
You
rolling
can't get a read
terribly.
on her.
I got an 18.
For insight? You can tell there are things that she's not telling you. But what she has told you seems on the level.
We were told that you work for him. Why are you wanting adventurers to come and destroy him?
The Vistani do work. Work is, we are not employed by Strahd. There's an agreement between the Vistani people and Strahd von Jurovich. The deal is that we can come and go as we please, but when we do, we bring back adventurers for him to play
Hunt?
with.
We're part of a game.
To him, yes. To me, no. You are, bluntly, a means to an end. Whether you survive is on you, but I only ever bring those who I believe in. My standards have been raised over the years, as those who I believed in before you could not prove worthy. But now, I believe you have a chance.
You're a selfish hag who've ripped us from our home and our families to what?
You see that as you call her selfish, she stands and the room goes dark. And it's not black, you can still see, but the lights flicker and go down, and she's like, you know nothing of suffering, imra'lyr. I have seen your past, and it is sad, yes. But you know nothing compared to the people of Barovia. Your life has had snippets of sadness here and there. Yes, it's darker than most on the Sword Coast. But it is not Barovia. Well, literally, those who actually have souls live in fear.
You have no idea what I've been through if that's what you think.
Locked away in a cage, forced to fight here.
You
and
think
there,
that was
being
it?
tortured. I have seen your past. It is a sad one, I will give you that. but you have had more happiness in these last few weeks with your new friends and your lover than these people here have ever had. Your friends, she points over to Irina and Ismark, their lives are terrible.
They're not allowed to weigh the tortures of one against another, or how long it has lasted.
Regardless, you are here. There's nothing you can do about it, and no matter what anyone does or says, you cannot leave. You cannot leave until Strahd is defeated and the curse on this land has been lifted. He has been here a very long time. Very long. We all have. For centuries, our families have lived here. We have been tortured.
Then let's cut to the chase. How are we supposed to kill a being that's been alive for hundreds of years?
You already know. Do you remember what I told you when we first met?
Our fortune.
Exactly. Exactly. You must find the holy symbol. You must find the tome, the sword, the enemy of Strahd. You must find these things and then face him.
And where are we supposed to find these things? We do not know this land.
You don't remember my fortune, do you? You see she pulls out her cards and they just start magically drifting around her, and she plucks them out of the air and she pulls up the first one. The druid. You will find underneath a tree. You will find the tome that you need when you need it. The holy symbol of Ravenkind. The traitor. You will find in a rich woman's house. The sun sword is the abjurer. You will find it where Strahd's dead enemies live. And the beast, you will find an ally in someone who has been hurt by him. Which I guess is pretty vague considering so many people have been. And then you will find him when you have gathered these things in the dark pit of his castle, in the Hall of Bones. I have told you everything you need. It is up to you to collect these things and finish it.
But why haven't you done this yourself? If you
Look at
know so much, if you have great wisdom and knowledge,
Look
why
at
couldn't
me.
you?
I am not of an adventurer. I'm not a warrior. I'm 70. I'm super old.
But there are people here. Perhaps there are people who want to fight.
No one here wants to fight. Everyone that has died. Everyone that has disappears, never comes back, or is cursed. No soul who dies here in Barovia can ever leave. I'm sure you have witnessed the walking dead. She looks over at you, imra'lyr. The ghost procession of those who came before you. She looks over at Kinsley. You, young one, pay special attention to this fortune and the information within. I foresee it is going to be very interesting for you. Also, Do not allow the magics of Barovia to blind you. You will need your God's guidance in the trials to come. I know it is hard to reach her right now, but you can. Now go drink and be merry with those outside. They will not harm you. They are happy people. Very few you will find in Barovia.
I suppose we don't have a choice if we want to go home. I walk out of the tent. And I go out with the people that are... I watch the people dance and drink, but I don't join it.
What are the rest of you doing?
I'm kind of like waiting in the room, seeing what the other two are doing.
Can I see how powerful she actually is?
What are you wanting to do?
I want to check her power level.
I just
1,000.
I want to get a sense of like, she's like, I'm only 70 years old. I cannot do this, but I am magical and I can transport people here. Like, is she like?
Give me an insight check. Either insight or arcana.
I'm gonna go with insight, I think. Oh no. Nope. That was cocked. Natural 20!
Oh. So,
Or 24!
So, you... When she got angry and the lights flickered, you saw waves of arcana coming off of her. You don't get an evil sense off of her, but you do get a sense of very powerful.
She been around the block.
And you're not quite sure if she's telling the truth about how old she is.
She might be really old.
leave.
Hundreds of years old.
Okay, so imra'lyr and Francisco left. Irina and Ismark turn and follow, so to spit. Me and Kinsley, what are you doing?
I'm watching Kinsley.
I kind of nod to me to follow the others.
Me looks sad and goes out.
Okay.
You said that you've seen our pasts?
I have.
All of mine?
Yes, little one. All of yours.
Can I ask you something?
You can ask, and I will not lie, but depending on what you ask, you may not want to know.
I don't remember my family. I had dreams of people that look just like me, but I don't have memories of them. I had a different dream. More of a memory. Someone telling me to remember. What happened?
It is a sad story of what happened to you. I will not tell you now, but take heart, because you will know soon enough. It is better that it does not come from me. Know is that your God is watching you. The connection here with the gods is weak, but I will let you in on a secret. The reason I specifically wanted to make sure you were here was because of your connection with your God. And maybe also who your God was. The moon in the night is very important here in Barovia, as that is most of what we see. You are a conduit. Make sure you are strong.
I just nod and turn to go.
Okay. So you guys all go outside, and you see that your fight with the your guys' long journey and your fight with the zombies and whatnot and getting here has been a long journey. It is now actually getting a little late. Whether you go and get close to the fire and drink with the Vistani and celebrate with them about life or not, you do hear stories wafting over to you. You see that Spit kind of starts walking towards the fire and kind of like perks up to listen. And is anyone going to join him?
I join him.
I'll kind of watch from like one of the tents. I don't want to get close to anybody right now.
Okay.
I have my little finger plant. It's in my lap. You can listen to, little buddy.
You see that as me and Spit walk over to the fire, you see that the Vistani welcome them and start handing them food and other things. Eventually, Irina and Ismark start to like meander over as well, trying to maybe sense a little, trying to find something that makes them feel good, and they're very interested that the Vistani seem to be happy. Seem to be pretty joyous right now. Then again, most of them are drunk, so just kind of how it is. But they wanted to see what it's like, so they walk over, and they hear this one Vistani just standing on top of a log, talking and telling all these stories. And he says that the one time there was this mighty wizard that came to this land years ago. I remember him like it was yesterday. He stood exactly where you're standing, and he points over at me. A very charismatic man he was. He thought he could rally the people of Barovia against the devil Strahd. He stirred them with thoughts of revolt and bore them to the castle en masse. When the vampire appeared, the wizard's peasant army fled in terror. A few stood their ground and were never seen again. The wizard and the vampire cast spells at each other. The battle flew from the courtyards of Ravenloft to the precipice overlooking the falls. I saw the battle with my own eyes. Thunder shook the mountainside, and great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard. Yet by his magic he survived. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and again he stood his ground. But when the devil Strahd fell upon him, the wizard's magic couldn't save him. I saw him thrown 1,000 feet from to his death. I climbed down to the river to search the wizard's body to see if, he had anything valuable. But the river Evelis had already spirited him away. To this day, no one has found him. No one knows what the wizard is doing. Some say he is still out there. If you walk through the woods at night, you go north of the lake, and you look for him. Some say you can see his shadow still running around the forest. And other people come up and tell other stories, and the night grows old. Eventually...
Real quick, can I tell how dangerous, is the lake area dangerous at all?
The pools?
Yeah.
That you're next to right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you look around, you don't really see anything. But I mean, it's dark. You can't like pass the fire line. It's kind of hard to see out there.
I am an elf. I have dark vision.
Right, so you can see up to 60 feet, and the lake is a couple 100 feet across.
Right. I walk towards it, and I'm just kind of checking out my surroundings and see.
Okay, yeah. Give me perception checks. Or a perception check.
Natural 20! Oh my gosh, Katha, I love you!
Nice. So you look around, and you don't really see anything dangerous. You kind of look into the river and look around, and you do find some like interesting looking rocks, and you do see that the river is flowing pretty gently. You do catch a glimpse of fish going by here and there. Not very big ones. They sorry, slipping into my accent. Yeah, you see wildlife. Nothing really dangerous though.
How deep is the water?
From where you're at, you see it gradually goes down.
I walk into it.
Okay, so you walk and you can get about waist deep before it drops off.
I drop off, go under.
Okay.
And I scream, and I scream, and I scream. And when I pop back up, I'm just weeping. And I sit at the edge of the lake, just crying.
Do I notice this?
Give me a perception check.
I've been doing great with those. Aha! 18.
18. So yeah, you see her walk over and drop into the water. She's down there. A few seconds go by. You start to get a little nervous. She's not coming back up. And then as you get up, you see she emerges. And she walks back onto the shore and sits down on a log.
I go over and I sit next to her. Kind of put my hand on her back and I just start kind of rubbing her back. I'm so sorry that we are here. I know that you just started to figure things out, and now we're stuck here, but the only
She
thing we can
made
do...
me remember. I had worked so hard to forget the things that happened aside from the fights and the torture. She didn't see anything. There are sorrows that no matter how long ago they happened, they never heal. It never goes away.
Sometimes we try to forget things that we shouldn't forget.
You
That
would not
thing-
say that if you had been there. These people are living in sorrow. I recognize that. But there are tortures beyond. Here.
Then let that drive you. Do not let it stop you. Let it fuel you so that others do not have to experience what you went through. It is very difficult. I know. I mean, I don't know exactly what you went through. No, I'm not going to pretend that I do. But you have so much power and so much potential. So much more than I see in most people, especially myself. You are very strong, Imra. And this is where it comes from. Do not forget it. Allow it to be what drives you. We all have experiences. They're all for our benefit. Whether they make us good or evil, that is our decision. We choose to react to things that happen to us. just know that we are here for you. And if you ever need someone to cry to, I am here. I just keep sitting on the log and I keep just rubbing her back and just...
And I just keep crying.
Okay. Eventually, do you guys make your way back towards the camp at all?
I don't know.
Okay.
I stay with Imra as long as she needs.
Eventually,
I don't want to leave her alone.
Eventually, Francisco falls asleep, as imra'lyr only needs 4 hours to trance.
Yeah.
And back at the camp, some of the Vistani have given tents to Ismark and Irina, and they were setting them up. Spit is helping them, me and Kinsley as well. They do have places to stay for the night. Eventually, everyone falls asleep or trances wherever they may be.
I would like to try and say a prayer to
Okay.
Saloon and see if there's any kind of connection that I
Okay.
feel.
Go ahead and give me a religion check.
Really? This is just... That's a 7.
So you set up your candles.
Here, borrow Katha.
Thanks.
and you earnestly pray to Saloon. You call out to her. You pray and ask for guidance. Ask for guidance on what Madame Eva has told you. But there's very little in response. It seems the connection right now is still pretty weak.
Okay.
But you do take heart in knowing that her power is still with you.
Yeah,
You
that's true.
look back and remember the devastating blow you gave to my zombies.
Yeah.
And
Just
it
let
is at
them
this
use full.
point where we are going to take a quick break.
Real quick, just so we know, I'm gonna be enriching my plant finger for
Okay,
the next 8 hours.
You're
then you are not going to get the benefits of a long rest.
That means you'll be playing
Exhausted.
exhaustion. Which, I mean, isn't too bad so long as you don't have to make certain checks.
Yeah. So
that's-
just keep that in mind. You can do that if you want, but you're also not going to get your hit points back.
Or your spells back, and you'll have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws, I believe.
You
And
can always
checks.
wait until you get to a town.
Fine.
Where we're safe.
You're just trying to, you know, keep you
Okay.
from killing yourself.
Everyone at home, we are going to take a quick 10-minute break. We will be right back. It is 7:42, so 7:52 is when we will be back. Thank you all for watching, and yeah, intermission, yo.
Oh.
Okay. All right, we will pick up where we left off. You guys all settled down for the night. Kinsley desperately trying to reach her god, but could not connect with her, unfortunately. But you guys all do sleep soundly through the night. Nothing happens. You all wake up. And
I would like to think that Francisco eventually fell asleep on Imra's lap.
Emma would have pushed him off.
Like, and imra'lyr's just like in her trance, and then you just kind of,
Oh yeah, Francisco is still Francesca right now.
yeah, still Francesca.
Oh, yeah, I
Oh,
forgot
that's
about that.
right.
I'm still beautiful.
So
Still a pretty lady.
Francesca wakes up on the pebble-laden ground on the beach.
Ow.
Yep, not very comfy,
Oh.
but still got a long rest, so that's good.
I need to brush my hair. Oh, you know what? I can just change it with my magic. It's okay. Magically
So-
fabulous.
Magically fabulous. That's awesome.
Don't we all wish we could do that?
Oh man, I wish my beauty routine
We
would
need to
just be
start
like,
recording these quotes and make t-shirts out of them.
Magically fabulous. So you guys all wake up. You wake up and see that you come out of your tents or wake from on the beach or on the log where imra'lyr and Francisco were. And you see that the Vistani are all just kind of passed out everywhere. They still are holding on to their bottles of wine, and they got like meat kind of everywhere. But you do see that a few of them are standing guard on either side of the camp. They are looking out and making sure everything's okay. You see that Ismark and Irina come out of their tent, and they look like they're all pretty much ready to go, strapping on their armor and stuff, and taking down the tents that the Vistani loaned them. They try to give them back, but the Vistani insist that they keep it. So they roll it up and tie it under their pack, and they're all ready to go. What are you guys doing?
I guess
Can I
we are
see
heading
if-
out. Ooh,
Can I see
no.
if the old lady is anywhere around?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
Alright. Ooh, that is a 21.
Nice. So yeah, you look around, and you don't see her outside, but you assume that she's probably inside of her tent.
Can I, real quick, go to her tent and, like, knock on it or, you know, whatever to see if she's, like, awake?
Yeah. So you walk over to her tent, and you kind of find one of the posts that are holding up everything, and you knock on it, and you hear her say, "Come in, come in."
I come in with my little potted finger plant thing, and I'm like, "Hi, can you tell me what kind of plant this is?"
She walks over, and she's like, "Ah, yes, witch's fingers. This is very interesting. I haven't seen this in a very long time. How did you manage to get this to grow here?"
I'm a druid.
Well, obviously, I knew that.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I kind of just did.
you must be a very powerful druid to be able to bring something like this to life here in Barovia.
I once created thorns. Do you know what kind of thorns may grow here in Barovia?
Well, not many things grow here in Barovia. I imagine that you could probably make things grow here, but this is never going to be beautiful. They are going to be of a dark nature, because that is what envelops everything here. Darkness.
I'll have to say this is probably one of the most beautiful things I've seen in a while.
Well, I'm very glad you find beauty in the dark.
What can this do exactly?
Well, it's just a plant. They call it witch's fingers. Right now, it only has one, but eventually a few more will come out. They are purpley and bulbous, and they just look like clawing fingers coming out of the ground.
Like a really gross cactus.
Alright, I like that. I think I'll continue keeping my little witch's fingers growing.
Okay, well, good for you, and good luck. So,
Thank you. I kind of just walk out. I'm like, alright, I know what this is now.
All right. So you walk out and you join everyone. You see that Francisco and Ismark are talking, kind of getting a game plan. The map shows that you can continue through here to kind of cut through everything. Should we head that way?
Yes, no, we should definitely continue this way. What I am concerned about is finding a place to stay. We were very lucky this time that we found good company to stay with. However, we need to make sure that we find a good stopping point along the way.
Yes, fair enough. Camping outside is probably not the best idea. Let
It's
us
not
hope.
very safe.
Agreed. Let us hope that we find maybe another thing on the way to Veleki. I'm not sure how far it is, but judging by the map, judging by the distance that we traveled today, we are probably going to have to stay one more night before we actually get to Veleki. So fingers crossed. So,
Alright.
okay. So Ismark and Irina kind of turn and head northwestward towards the other side of the camp and start making their way that way. You guys all coming with them?
Yep.
Okay. So you all make your way, and you see that eventually you follow the river to the base of a canyon. You travel a good couple of hours to get there. Well, probably about an hour to get there. And at the far end of which is a great waterfall that spills into the pool. billowing forth clouds of gold mist. A great stone bridge spans the canyon nearly 1,000 feet overhead. Ismark turns and he's like, ugh, maybe this was not a shortcut. Shoot.
Are you telling me we have to go back?
Well, I mean, unless we can all climb, was it 1,000 feet up to the bridge? Shoot, we should have asked before we left.
I'm sure we don't have a rope that long.
Yeah. I don't,
Otherwise, this wouldn't be too bad.
Oh no.
But-
A ver. Yeah, you know what? I don't have.
What the? You're really?
Well, I can't really fly or anything, but in terms of just going up, I could get up there if we had a rope long enough. I could send it down, but you know,
Who has
We
a
don't have
rope
a rope.
1,000 feet long?
yeah, yeah. That's the
quite-
only problem.
I've got one that is only about 50 feet.
Yeah, we don't have an infinity rope or whatever that item's called. It's a long rope, I think.
Infinity Stone.
We are wasting time. Maybe we should just turn around.
There's no path that continues forward
Can
at
I?
all.
Yeah. Can I search the area, see
So-
if there's like some kind of?
Give me
something?
perception checks.
Is this forest?
Yeah, you guys are pretty much in the forest, so go ahead and do it with advantage.
That's a 10.
You said a perception?
Yes.
22.
Okay.
24.
Nice. So
Yeah,
it doesn't take long to notice that there's not much you can do about the wall in front of you. It seems that back the way you came, when it started going up on the other trail, going up on the mountain, that's why it was going up and not down, because eventually it was hooking up and around to a big basin. You do see that against the wall there are hooks here and there for people who might have climbing kits. But if you don't have one, then what you gonna do?
Yeah.
Well,
Hold on. I have pitons.
You have what?
They are called. I don't know if it's piton or python.
Oh,
It's a
pittance.
Pitten. Yeah, we can use them to climb up.
So you've got one pair of pittons that you could use to
That you
climb
can-
up,
that
and
you
then
can throw down.
row back down for another person to climb up, and 5 or 6
1,000 feet.
people later.
Does nobody else have these things?
I mean, I can get up
Nobody.
myself.
How dim is the light around us right now? Like, is it... I mean, it's
mean-
overcast, but, does that
Yeah.
really qualify for dim light?
Not really. I mean, dim light would be
So-
once it was dusk or dawn, then it would
Right.
be dim.
Okay, so
So
basically,
I have a cool thing I can do in dim or darkness.
what a pitton is that it's something you stick into the wall to hook your rope through.
So that's what are all up there are pittons.
So...
So there's-
So
So-
essentially, you would still need a climbing kit.
you would still need a climbing kit. You.
You could just loop the rope through, climb it up.
So
loop
If you
it
can
through
tie the
next
bowline
one.
knot.
Yeah, but then you would have to somehow untie the rope, not fall, and
yeah.
retie it to the next one.
I'm super
I think we're at a
dexterous.
loss.
Unless you
Unless we
can
wait till
free climb.
nighttime.
Yeah.
Because I could do that.
You what?
If we wait till nighttime, I could do maybe something.
How
Or you
long
guys can
until-
just trek the hour back.
Right. We
Wait.
might just have to trek the hour back. Because waiting
wait.
till nightfall is going to take longer than...
Yeah, we'll just go back.
Wait, I might have something potentially. Okay,
I think we
so
can this way.
I could turn into a giant wolf spider. But I don't know how big a giant wolf spider is. But because I'm a spider, I could create silk and just spew out a really, really long rope. But I don't know how big a giant wolf spider is in D&D.
I mean, that's some crazy
says
shenanigans.
Giants.
Let me see. Giant wolf spider.
D&D.
It's D&D. It's a medium beast, so it's pretty big.
All right.
But
Yeah.
Does it say anything? It doesn't say anything on here about being able to produce. Like, because if it said something, if it said something like an attack that allows you to attack people with webbing, then I would allow you to produce webbing. But all it has is an action of bite, and then you have web walker, which means
And
you
web
can walk
sense
through webbing,
and
web
spider
sense, which you can
climb.
contact. So, but it doesn't say anything about being able to create.
I mean, you
Webbing.
probably
Just
could,
ride 'em
but
up
I
one
mean,
at a
I
time.
don't know if it would
Probably be
necessarily be
limiting.
strong enough to.
So,
like,
Yeah.
I am 7 feet tall. I'm pretty dang heavy.
So I would allow you to climb to the top and create webbing to go down if you gave me a nature check with disadvantage and it's a really high DC. Because you are going to be doing something. I mean, you're a druid, you got magic, maybe you can do it, maybe you can't. I mean, Madame Eva did
He
say
just
you were
wants
pretty
us
powerful.
to go back and waste a whole hour of our lives.
I will attempt.
Okay, do it with disadvantage, and it's a high DC, DC 20.
Got that one the first time.
No, I got a 4, then a 2.
Ah,
Yeah.
my
It
dice
wasn't
don't like
meant to be.
Nope, nothing's coming out.
Oh,
I guess something came out.
maybe
a
we should
little,
just
little
go
spider too.
back.
Never mind.
That was gross.
We don't talk about this.
You're
It never
telling me.
happened. So that counts as one of my wild shapes. So I'm just gonna mark that.
Let's
down.
turn around.
Maybe we should go back. Is this
Real quick, while I'm up there though, I would like to have a look around.
So, yeah, I mean, I'll say you probably climbed. You didn't climb all the way up because climbing all the way up would have taken amount of time. But I can say you climbed up a bit, and go ahead and give me a perception check of the area.
As
Nice, stop hitting me. It's a 14.
Okay, so yeah, you're up there, you look around, you see the falls are crashing down next to you. You kind of survey the area, see the river going back towards Barovia, the Ildred River, or whatever the river is called, I forgot. But you see the camp, you see the foresty area, and you, up top, from a higher vantage, you do see that there are some trails that lead into the forest on your side of the river that could, maybe not, be a shortcut.
Shortcut.
He's just gonna leave us here.
I mean, you'd have to go back to the ground to get there.
I go back down. I go out of spider form. And I'm like, all right. So I up there. I saw there were some trails that we could potentially go cut through the forest as a shortcut. You know, could potentially get through there a lot faster.
I would not suggest going through the forest. I mean, that is where all of the horrible things usually come from when they attack our village. So, I mean, the chances of running into something in there is quite a bit higher. I would much rather just go back and
Our primary job right now is to get them to Veleki safe and sound. So I think we should probably take the safer route.
I agree.
Come on, it's okay. Do you need me to knock you out? Because I will try and do
All
it again.
right, let's go through the woods. I'm just kidding. Don't hit me, please.
Okay. Francesca had her sword out like.
All
Sometimes I
right.
think he likes it.
I think I'm good.
Me is probably a bit of a masochist.
Okay, so you guys start walking back up the trail you came. You guys grab me by the arm, make sure he doesn't go anywhere, and you start
But the
walking
woods
back.
are so pretty.
You make it back to the village, and you see some Vistani are like, "Oh, do you like the falls? It's beautiful, isn't it?" And you guys just keep going, okay, yeah, that's great, yeah. Should ask for directions.
Dang, I should have taken some of their clothes.
So you guys make your way back up. You eventually get back to the crossroads. You see that going back eastward, you could go back to the village of Barovia, but you choose to go instead. Oh, don't give me that. Yeah. My map is not wanting to show me right now. But eventually you choose, oh, here we go. The other path that bends southwest and curves back around. You guys slowly start to elevate, getting your way up and down, weaving here and there through these beautiful trees. You see from up above, eventually you see the Vistani camp with the Tser pools down below you. It's kind of hard to see because you're pretty far up, but eventually you do make your way back to that bridge, and you see that you follow the dirt road as it clings to the side of a mountain and ends before an arching bridge of molded, encrusted stone that spans a natural chasm. Gargoyles cloaked in black moss perch on the corners of the bridge, their frowns weather-worn. On the mountainous side of the bridge, a waterfall spills into a misty pool nearly 1,000 feet below. The pool feeds a river that meanders into the fog-shrouded pines that blanket the valley. You guys cross over the bridge, and eventually you get to another fork in the road. One leads to the northeast, and the other towards the northwest. You see that there is a post that stands in between the two. You see you see that there's a post that points one to the right, and it says to Castle Ravenloft, and the other to the left says Veleki.
I think we take the one to Veleki, yes?
No, wait, what?
Castle Ravenloft is where the vampire is.
We are not
What?
going that way.
What are the directions again?
So you have one going northeast, and that's towards Castle Ravenloft, and then northwest is going towards Veleki.
Can I look down in that direction and see anything?
Towards Veleki? Or towards Castle Ravenloft? Which
Both.
direction?
I'm gonna check on both of them.
Yeah, so you look to the right, and you just see that it starts going up and around a hill, and you can't see around the hill well enough to make out the castle. You assume it's on the other side of the hill, but you look immediately to your left, and you see the huge stone gate that you guys walked into when you first arrived in Barovia. You see another one right in front of you that looks very similar. You see the two stone statues, the heads are on the ground, and it's just a big, huge gate, wrought iron gate. And that's in the direction towards
Can I
Veleki.
see past it?
Yeah, you can see past it. I mean, it's probably like a quarter mile away from you, but it's you see on either side, one side has a big hill and the other side is forest. It just looks like it's decorative. You don't, like, you can see through it if the gate's open.
Can we see the map again?
Yeah. 1 second.
Because we don't want to go towards the castle, right?
No.
We want to stay away from the castle.
So you guys are right here. And you see that the sign points this way towards Castle Ravenloft. And then this way, and here's the gate. So you guys are about a quarter mile away. It's right there.
So we want to go that way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys make your way to the left, or the northeast, or northwest, I'm sorry, and eventually you come to the giant gates again. You, on closer inspection, can see that it is not the exact same pair of gates. It is just very similar looking. That maybe when it was constructed long ago, these twin ones were supposed to surround or tell adventurers and people they were coming into the center of Barovia, where it is protected by the castle. So you guys are exiting that area into the rest of Barovia, which is a little more wild. Eventually you make it through to the other side, and you keep walking. Excuse me. You keep walking, and you get to a third break in the road. At this point, you guys have been walking pretty much all day. Stop sharing this real quick. Pretty much all day. You look at another signpost in front of you, and it breaks off. One points one way to, and it says towards Valleki. The other one points the other way, but the sign is kind of broken. But you can kind of see up the hill. It's not dark yet. It's getting dark. And you think you make out the sight of a windmill way off in the distance.
We should probably head that way, at least find a place to stay the
Yes.
night.
It is getting dark. We should probably find somewhere to stay. That looks promising.
Yeah, we can knock, see if someone's home. Hopefully it's not anyone evil that lives there. I don't know.
Everyone in
Yes.
this
If it,
country is evil.
yes, but
We're probably gonna get hurt.
Let's hope not.
We seem to be pretty prone into running into trouble.
Then we'll take care of it. But it's better to find shelter and clean it of any unwanted occupants than to get caught off guard on the side of the road.
yes. Well, let's go.
So you guys are approaching the windmill.
Yeah.
Okay. So the old Svalak road transitions here from being a winding path through the Balanok Mountains to a lazy trail that hugs the mountainside as it descends into a fog-filled valley. In the heart of the valley, you see a walled town near the shores of a great mountain lake. You can only assume that that is Valleki and is very far away. Its waters are dark and still. A branch in the road leads west to a promontory atop which is perched a dilapidated stone windmill, its warped wooden vanes stripped bare. The onion-domed edifice leans forward and to one side as though trying to turn away from the stormy gray sky. You see gray brick walls and dirt-covered windows on the upper floors. A decrepit wooden platform encircles the windmill above a flimsy doorway leading to the building's interior. Perched on a wooden beam above the door is a raven. It hops about and squawks at you, seemingly agitated.
Can I insight the bird?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me an insight check.
Stick with that. Oh
I
no.
grabbed me and I put him in front of me. Hey, can
It
you
was only
speak
a
with the bird?
I mean,
Rolled a 6.
imra'lyr, and you're not getting anything out of the raven. You just see it
quick
jumping around.
quick question. If I turn it, I know that there's like the spell that allows you to speak to animals, but if you turn into that same animal, can you communicate with them?
Well, you can't speak common.
Yeah, so...
Oh, yeah.
I don't think you could. I don't think transforming automatically allows your new bird brain to
Understand.
what
You'd
that-
probably be able to squawk at him, but you may not understand.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have no idea what the bird's saying.
Dang it.
Well, let's just be cautious.
I go ahead and I give everyone Eyes of Night
Okay.
so everyone can see.
Can I see if I can like
Max
Make
coax?
sure, wait.
And I'm giving me the armor, saying it. I would have done it before, like as we were
just-
going,
You
but
gotta
as we're
say-
Yeah.
approaching.
Okay.
Can,
So
can I see if I can like coax the raven or calm it down or anything?
yeah, you can try. What do you do?
All right. I kind of like kind of look around to see if maybe I can find any like seeds or anything at all. Probably not, right?
I mean, you are at a windmill.
That's true. That's true. Can I see if I can see any seeds?
Give me
or
a
anything?
perception check.
13.
So you look around, and surprisingly, you don't see any seeds. You do find some dusty debris, kind of on the ground here and there, kind of grayish white looking, but you don't see any seeds.
Because we stayed the night with the
Vistani?
Vistani, I'm assuming we would have taken some like rations with us, right?
Oh yeah, I'm sure they give you food and stuff in the morning
So,
to go with you.
Can I see if I can like, rip off like a piece of bread or something, some rations, and see if I can like hold it up to the bird and see if maybe it'll come closer or like maybe be interested by the food or anything.
Give me a persuasion check.
$16.
Okay, so you wave the food out in front of you, and you see that it continues to bounce back and forth and caw, caw, caw. Eventually, it does swoop down. It grabs the food out of your hand and just takes off.
Aww.
One day I'll have an animal companion. One day.
I'm gonna go ahead and give imra'lyr Vigilant Blessing, so you get advantage on your initiative.
Thanks.
If anything happens.
Guys are so not trusting me.
No.
You think I
Never.
would give you this
Yes.
wonderful windmill
Yes.
and
Yeah,
No,
right.
you dangled a bird in front of me and it didn't become my friend.
All
Okay.
right. I go up to the windmill and I like kind of check things out.
I
Okay.
will go with her and do the same.
I will be a rear guard.
I'm
kind of
going to
making
just
sure no one
stand
comes
where
up
I
from
am.
behind.
Okay, so yeah, imra'lyr and Kinsley kind of go in front. Spit stays in the middle with Irina and Ismark, and then me, and then Francisco in the back. So go. Would you give me your perception checks, Kinsley and imra'lyr?
It's only 12.
5.
Okay, well, you guys go up there, and all you manage to find is that the door is unlocked, and it opens.
Peeking
Well,
in.
Okay. You peek inside, and you see that this ground floor of the windmill has been converted into a makeshift kitchen, but the room is filthy. Baskets and old dishware are piled everywhere. Adding to the clutter is a peddler's cart, a chicken coop, a heavy wooden trunk, and a pretty wooden cabinet with flowers painted on its doors. In addition to the clucking of the chickens, you hear toads croaking. The sweet smell of pastries blends horribly with the stench that burns your nostrils. The awful odor comes out of an open, upright barrel in the center of the room. Warmth issues from a brick oven against one wall, and a crumbling staircase ascends the wall across from it. Shrieks and cackles seem to be coming from higher up.
so the oven's warm.
The
Like someone's
oven
been
is
using?
it's going right now.
Did we just walk into a terrible fairy tale? I don't
I
know about
have my
this.
sword and shield at the ready.
I don't know about this.
I slowly, cautiously walked up to the door to see what's inside because I'm curious. Okay, yeah. So I'm around Kinsley and Imra a bit.
Are you guys making your way inside?
Tiptoeing
Yeah,
out.
tiptoeing.
I'm gonna stealth then.
Yes.
I'm a,
Everyone give me stealth checks.
all
It's
right.
at disadvantage. Oh, that was good. Oh, that was still pretty decent. Not really.
9.
Oh no!
That was so mean. That was so mean. It was
Was
like
it
it was on a 19 and then went to a nat 1.
You don't even roll your disadvantage. I got a 13
So-
with my disadvantage.
He doesn't get disadvantage anymore because he stole my armor.
Oh yeah, I'm the only one with disadvantage. That's stupid.
imra'lyr and me, what was your
9.
16.
Okay. Okay. So you guys all slowly start making your way inside. But Francisco, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Man, mine would be
Zero.
What?
Hey, I'm not
Except
gonna
for the
lie. I got a 2.
So something happens to Francisco, but you guys are walking inside and it's pitch black. And
But we
it's-
have the
You do.
special.
But it's there's
We
no
can
light
see.
in here. The only light you can see is kind of coming from the oven.
But we can see clearly.
Yeah. I'm just saying, there's not very much
Okay.
light.
Okay.
Are you guys gonna explore the room?
You said there were chickens.
You hear chickens and you hear toads.
Can I investigate the chickens and toads?
Yeah. So you walk over. So you start looking around, and let me see what it says here. So you see that the chicken coop contains 3 chickens, a rooster, and a few laid eggs. You walk over to that wooden trunk, and it has tiny holes bored into its lid, and you hear something croaking, probably the toads croaking out of there. But that's what you see.
I'd like to go towards the stairs and listen. You said that there was cackling coming from up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to be able to tell if it's just one person cackling.
Give me a perception check.
It's a hack.
17.
It's a hack,
17.
girl.
You can't tell if it's more than one, but with a 17, you notice that it sounds the same every time.
Like it's a repeat.
That's what it sounds like.
Aren't there magical items that can do that? Wow. It is so dusty in here.
Yes.
Oh. Aren't there magical items that
Horse spells?
that produce these sounds, and there's actually nobody here? Well,
Or
can
just
somebody-
nobody up there?
Can anybody do like a magical sensey densey
You can
thingy?
detect magic.
Maybe try that.
Okay, I'm gonna detect some magics.
Okay. So you detect magic, and you actually find magic coming from the barrel that's in the center of the room, the one that like stinks. You can see the type of magic. 1 second. You can tell it's the type of magic coming from it is like divination.
Are you getting anything?
Someone, divination's like maybe someone's seeing us, right? It's like,
It falls in that category.
we might be being watched from that barrel? The one Mia's next to. There's something coming from that. Divination.
Do you get anything from upstairs where the awful sound is coming from?
Did I get anything from upstairs?
Nothing magical.
No.
Can I look in the barrel?
Yeah. So you go and look in the barrel, and you see a glistening greenish black looking ichor type stuff that's just kind of swirling. It smells rancid and nasty. And yeah, that's what you see, is you see a liquid.
Smells kind of nice.
Okay. I'm going to... Everybody be on guard. I'm going to tiptoe upstairs and just
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna be down here with my sword and shield. Let me know if you need help.
I'm just going to peek and see if there's any up there.
You also said that the frogs are just like in like a trunk.
Yeah, with holes in it.
How big is this trunk?
Pretty big. I mean, it's like probably 2.5 feet across by like 2 feet tall. It might, well, more like 3 by 2. So I mean, it's like a big wooden chest type thing.
Is it locked?
Doesn't seem to have a lock on it.
Can I open it?
Free the frogs.
So you open it up and frogs
What
just
movie
start
is that
bouncing.
from?
Can I try to catch one?
Yeah, make a dexterity check. Let me see something real quick.
Plus 0, so it's a
It's
7.
7. Let me do one for a frog.
Right.
He got a 15.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, so bonk, 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 bonk. You're like trying to dive and catch him.
I'll
These
have
frogs
one
bouncing
eventually.
I don't know if now's the best time for that.
I'm gonna try to tiptoe sneak upstairs.
Okay, so give me a stealth check.
24.
Okay, so you sneak ever so quietly up, and you see another circular room as you come up the stairs, and you see that there's a rotting wooden closet with 3 crates inside. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. You'd see dirt-caked windows all around, and allowing very little light to enter this 8-foot-high chamber, most of which is taken up by a large millstone connected to a wooden gear shaft that rises through the ceiling in the center of the room. A stone staircase continues upward toward the sound of the cackling. But around you in that room is really just the gear shaft to crank the windmill. Give me a perception check while you're in there too.
I'm so scared. Oh, that was a nat one.
You don't see anything. It wasn't life or death perception check. You don't see
Okay.
anything.
I keep going.
Okay, so you slowly start making your way up to the 3rd platform, and you see yet again another circular room. And you see that there is a rotting wooden closet with 3 crates stacked one on top of another, with small doors set into the crates. Next to the closet is a heap of discarded clothing, and a ladder climbs to a wooden trap door in the 9-foot-high ceiling. A moldy bed with a tattered canopy stands nearby, and in the corner is a perch, and on top you see a really like feather-torn, missing type thing, like a bird, and it's cackling. And it's cackling over and over again, and it sounds the same. Give me another perception check.
Should I switch dice though? That one was bad. Oh, but maybe it won't give me another one. Oh, that was good. Perception?
Mm-hmm.
23.
Okay, you hear whimpering coming from those crates.
I very cautiously approach.
You walk up to the crates, and you see there are little windows and the doors attached, and you look inside. There's 3 of them. In the bottom one and the second one, you see small figures hunched over, whimpering.
So the crates are stacked one on top of the other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How heavy do they look?
They're relatively large. You could probably knock them over if you wanted. But the front of the crates have doors.
Oh,
Little
okay.
doors.
I try one.
It's locked.
I take out my thieves' tools.
Fancy
Okay.
schmancy.
My pretty ones.
Okay, so you're going to attempt to pick the lock.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and give me, what is it, sleight of hand? No, dexterity. I think it's just dexterity.
First.
Are you proficient with them now?
No.
Not yet. We are getting to a point, though, if you keep using them, I'm going to start having you roll for proficiency.
Okay. I tap on it first.
You tap and you see the little person.
Okay, I unlock it. I try.
Okay. So first, give me a d20 roll. If you get above we're going to start this high, above a 19, so you have to roll a 19 or 20 with your dexterity bonus, I will allow you to start being proficient.
Oh, okay. I'm using just my dex?
Plus your dex, not like a saving throw, but
No,
just
I
your
know.
dex modifier.
Just a straight dex modifier, okay. Okay. 21!
Okay, yeah, so you've used them often enough now, even using the crappy bone ones that you had procured, gosh, way back when. You've been using them long enough now that you have become proficient in your lockpicks. So now you can add your proficiency bonus when using them.
Cool! Who needs to be a thief? So that was my roll to unlock
That was
it?
the roll. No, that was your roll for proficiency. Now you have to roll to unlock. Because every time, if you failed, I would have had you do it again next time. And again next time, and the DC would have been lowered until you got it.
Okay,
But you got it on the first try. So what do you do?
That was almost a nat 20. So close. Okay.
So,
So
for this now, it's my roll, plus my dex, plus my proficiency?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. So, dirty 20.
Perfect.
Nice.
DC was 20. So you unlock the first one.
And I just... Open out.
Okay, so you open the door and you pull out this very small little girl. She looks like she couldn't be more than 6 years old. She has matted blonde hair. She is dirty. She doesn't look frail. She looks relatively well fed.
And help. Yep, that's where I thought this was going. I just give her a hug.
I need you to be very quiet.
Okay, she starts kind of whimpering but trying to hold it back.
Stand right here.
I try the other one.
Okay, give me another lockpick.
Nope. Not if it was a 20. DC.
So you got one.
Okay. I take her by the hand. And I very quietly take her back downstairs.
Okay.
And I come with the others.
We have a problem. There's another one. At least I couldn't open the lock. And there, I didn't notice anything on the level above, but there may be more inside. And I didn't go all the way to the top. Who knows what's up there? We need to get them out of here.
Were they in cages or?
They were in crates.
You see that as soon as you make it downstairs with the little girl, she recognizes Ismark and Irina. And she runs over to them. And she just comes up and she like grabs Irina by the arm, and you see that Irina's eyes are wide and she's like, Myrtle, We thought you were gone. Oh my goodness.
know
Madman.
whose place this
Oh my
is.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
Shut
Oh my
up.
goodness.
Shut up.
You see that Irina's eyes are huge.
Irina, Ismar, you too.
Francisco,
Hey.
you're not there.
Do any of us notice?
No one noticed. Francisco is not there.
Do any of us notice now that, like, as we're having this conversation, like,
Make a perception check.
oh my gosh,
Mine was a 10.
perception was
Let's see if Spit notices.
11. Freaking
4.
11.
11.
Yeah, none of you notice, but Francisco is not there.
Okay, so what I am going to do is try again upstairs.
Not one stealth, baby.
This seems to be a problem.
Francisco became a rogue. He switched his class.
He failed so hard that no one can find him.
Yeah, no one notices he's gone.
Oh goodness. Okay, you two take the child out. Keep her hidden. I'm going back for the other and to see if there are any more.
Okay, we will take her. There's nowhere really to go. It's dark outside.
They have the eye thingy too, right?
Yeah.
I know, I'm not saying it's dark I can't see. I'm saying it's dark and that's where the monsters start coming out.
I could make the dome,
Yes, go find a place.
but I have to stay inside.
Okay. Stay here. I need Kinsley just in case. I need all of my members just in case this creature comes back. I will be right back. And I sneak upstairs.
Okay. As
Real
you're
quick.
going up. Oh, yep.
Real quick, before any of us move, I'm like, all right, guys. Just so we're very cautious, I cast Pass Without Trace.
Ooh, good call.
All I do is I put my finger to my mouth and I go, shh, and it's casted.
So, imra'lyr, while you're going up, give me another stealth check. That's the word, stealth.
Okay.
Remember, you get a plus 10
Yeah,
bonus
yeah.
to dexterity.
27.
Nice. Okay, so you start making your way back up. As you're going past the second floor, where the mill itself is and the gears, go ahead and give me another perception check.
Do I see the crates, similar crates?
So there are no crates on the second floor
Nat
that
one.
you saw.
What is-
Oh
my
my
dice don't want me to
gosh.
see whatever
Yeah,
is.
you don't see it. You keep.
Wow.
Someone's sitting there watching you do this.
I know, right? So I go to the second floor.
Okay, you make your way up to the second floor, and you make your way back over to the crates. And are you going to try to unlock it again?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and give me another lock picking check.
Oh, no, I don't. Oh, it's only a 16. Can I try again?
I will allow
I
you to try
think-
one more time.
I think
If you
what the
fail,
rule is that it, like, you can try and keep trying until you get it, but there's like a time, how it takes like so much time. I don't
well,
remember exactly.
I'm gonna do a thing where you keep trying, and at a certain point, your pick's gonna break.
Don't do that.
But it's if you roll. So what I'm going to be doing, my new rule, is that if you try more than once, we are going to start putting in a variable of break. So starting at a DC 2, if you roll, get a 2 or below, it'll break. If you try again, a 3 or below. No, I'm going to go evens. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, because it would take forever. So roll again, and you're at 4. If you roll a 4 or below, your luck pick breaks.
Yeah, you can't right now.
Melloc is my friend. Okay. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Okay, yeah, so you get the second one open. You help the child out from inside, and you see
Wait.
this time... Yeah?
Question 2, you're having her do a straight dex, right?
No, it's
plus her
Dex
proficiency.
plus her
Or-
proficiency, because she's now proficient in
Yeah,
lock picking.
so it's a dexterity check, right?
It's a Dex check, yeah,
Okay.
but she got it.
Yeah. But she also has the plus 10 to dex checks as
No,
well.
it's only
That's
to
It's
stealth.
only
for
for
stealth.
stealth.
Is it just stealth?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought...
Pass
oh,
without trace is
okay.
only stealth.
I thought the plus 10 bonus to dexterity, then parentheses stealth meant...
Yeah, it just
No,
it
it's
means
just stealth.
specifically stealth.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you pull out this little boy, and you see that he maybe is barely 5 years old, and he too seems pretty healthy. He has short brown hair, very sad, sunken in brown eyes, but still pretty plump.
Come with me. Wait. I do. Can I just look around, see if there's anything else, any
Yeah.
other...
Give me another perception check.
Wasn't there 3 trunks?
Yeah, but he said that one is empty.
Oh.
Okay. Perception. 16.
Or are you wanting to look specific,
I'm just
like
looking
rush
and
around, or you're
scanning.
just looking with your eyes?
I'm just scanning.
Okay, so what was your check?
16.
16. Okay, so you just look around, and you see pretty much what you saw before. You see the old bed. You do see the ladder going up to like what you assume is the opening to the top of the windmill itself. And you do see the weird parrot-looking thing over there, and it keeps cackling in this weird
Nothing new,
cackly
though?
voice. Nothing new.
Okay, I take him down to the next level. I scan that room.
Okay, perception check.
$15.
This time, searching around, you start to see small human bones littering the floor.
Is that not all I see?
That's all you see.
Okay. I show him to the way to go back down. My friends are downstairs. Go to them.
Okay. He goes down.
I go back up. I sneak back up.
Okay.
I sneak up the rest of the way.
Okay. Yeah, you go all the way up, and you creak open the top, and you see that you've reached the windmill's peak. There's a domed chamber filled with old machinery. There's not much room to move around here, and the light slips into this attic through small holes in the walls, but you don't really see much. You just see, like, the mechanical workings of the actual mill itself.
Okay. I slip the rest of the way through.
Okay, so you slip through up to the top. Give me a perception check.
9.
9. Okay, yeah, you look around, you see, and maybe there's some, birds' nests up in here, kind of tucked away here and there, but that's about it.
Okay. And I just kind of slowly and cautiously walk around, examine the walls, kind of do a little more on an investigation sort of
Okay.
thing.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
I'm not proficient in investigation, but let's see.
And you're, like, up in the attic is where you want to go all the way up.
I only rolled a
Okay.
7.
Okay, so looking around and investigating, you don't see anything that is kind of sticks out. The only thing you notice is that there is a metal rod against the wall that seems to penetrate down through the floor.
It's
Give me-
like in there?
It seems to be against the wall, up out of the roof, and also down. Give me an intelligence check.
7.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it just looks like some kind of metal piping.
Okay. I go back down. I now do a more thorough check this time.
Of the room below. You're going
Yeah.
to investigate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
14.
Okay. So you start shifting through things. You see that as you do, the parrot seems to get a little more agitated. That you're doing that. You look underneath like the bed and stuff, and you actually find a little bag of treasure. You find 6 pieces of cheap jewelry. They are worth about 25 gold pieces each.
25 gold pieces each.
Mm-hmm. You also find a small key.
That's probably to open the crates. Okay. Anything else?
That's it. That's all you find.
Okay. I take them.
Okay.
Do I see anything else around in the room?
No, but the parrot is starting to get more agitated.
Okay.
You see that it is starting to cackle louder and more frequently.
Right. I take out my tinder box. I go over to the bed and I set it on fire.
Okay.
We're all gonna die.
Me approved.
The DM's face. His face. I just realized I probably made a terrible mistake.
So you light the bed on fire, and it starts to catch very quickly. Eventually, the parrot jumps off and goes up into the attic where you are, and you can assume he's left.
Right. I probably should have killed the thing first, but okay. I thought about it, but
I wanted to bring it home.
I hurry downstairs.
Okay.
I do one more scan of that level below.
The middle level or the bottom level?
The one that's below the bed chamber.
With the
Okay,
bones.
so the middle one with the bones. Okay. So you make. Well, I'll tell you now. You don't even have to roll. There's literally nothing in there but bones and like the mill.
Okay. I run downstairs.
Okay.
Okay. I probably did something really stupid. Let's get out of here.
What did you do?
Can I?
Well, you know. But first, let's check out really fast this level. See if there's anything we can take.
Okay.
Investigate.
Okay. Everyone, give me investigation checks. Sans Francisco.
22.
14.
13.
Okay, so you guys look around. You look around the entire bottom level, and you guys pretty much see what you saw. Lots of crates filled with weird things. You look inside the oven, and you see these little mincemeat pie-looking things are cooking. There's about 12 of them in there. You guys see the barrel, you see the chickens and the eggs and the toads. You don't see really... Oh, actually, no, that's not true. You also see you see the cabinet that you found contains wooden bowls full of herbs and baking ingredients, including flour, sugar, and several gourds of powdered substance. Hanging on the inside of the cabinet doors are a dozen locks of hair. And you see amid various concoctions are 3 small labeled containers that hold some kind of something. One is labeled youth, one is labeled laughter, and one is labeled mother's milk.
Can I take those?
You can take those, yeah.
All right.
I
Can
turn
also-
to one of the little kids.
Can I also get the gourds with mysterious powder?
Yeah. You can probably grab one because it's it's like a gourd.
Or we can
Okay,
put them
I'll-
in the bag of holding.
True. Bag of
If
holding.
you want multiple gourds of the same looking kind of powder.
I'll just pick one. And also, real quick, can I check out the ichor in the middle and see if there's like something wooden I can stick in it real quick?
Well, as you go over, you hear crackling coming above you, and you hear...
We should probably get out of here. Little
What
child,
did you do?
was there
What did you
anybody?
do?
Was there anybody else that was locked up here, or is it just you two?
There was more, but they're all gone.
I look at the oven.
Yes. Don't say anything. Give it up. All right, let's get out of here.
I grab a
Okay.
chicken.
No, just set the chickens free.
The chicken's free.
I said the
Send the chicken free.
I set
guys-
them free, but I keep one.
You guys kick the
try to
door
keep-
open, and you see chickens flying out. And you guys all run outside. As you do, you turn. You turn, and you see that the top of the windmill is on fire. You see that clouds have begun circling around the top of the windmill, and you hear thunder and lightning. You see one of them strikes the rod above and slams through into the ground, and you hear screaming coming from down below underneath the windmill. And that's where we'll end our session.
What just?
I have the chicken, right?
As we're like, I would have liked to do a head count to make sure everyone made it out.
Yeah, I was
Do
about
it
to
now?
ask. I was about to ask. Wait, where's
I
Francisco?
didn't even consider there was a downstairs. Oh, it didn't even occur to me. Oh no. That's what that
Did you
face is
just
about.
do me to my death?
I just killed a bunch of people. I bet you. I bet you. Oh my gosh.
You guys didn't
my
make
gosh.
perception checks on the outside. If you did, you might have noticed.
Nobody
A
wanted to
basement.
go out.
We did though.
Oh, you didn't roll very well then.
No, they got really low. Y'all got, I got like a 2. You guys got 10, 11s.
Hey, on the bright side, I got my animal companion.
It's a chicken.
Well,
Wow.
if
His
you
name
guys,
is Clucky.
you guys would have had to have walked around regardless because it's in the back of the windmill. And you guys just went up to the front door.
Wow.
We'll miss
Well,
you,
they're out of their
Francisco.
misery.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe
I see.
Francisco as well.
We can
yeah.
go random and check. We'll go random and check next session.
It's
I might as well.
next session.
Oh gosh, I hope you have a backup character.
Yeah, I know, right? I am.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
But I like Francisco so much.
I know.
Francesca, no.
Wow.
All right. Well, everyone at home, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. It is getting pretty crazy and pretty intense. It's going to be a fun ride. The Curse of Strahd is a fun ride, and I am taking liberties for those DMs at home who are watching. It is my prerogative to take a few things here and there. But yeah, this is going to be fun. Thanks for watching, guys. We hope you had a good time, and we hope to see you next time down by the lakeside. We'll see ya.
Bye.
Oh my gosh.